elevator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit ReynoldsFarmEquipment.com.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at ReynoldsFarmEquipment.com.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
It's senior night here from Heritage Christian as the Eagles, Class 2A, representing Sectional 37, put their 6-1 record on the line at home against 4A Culver Academy on the road here on IndianaSRN. We welcome you to tonight's contest between, you guessed it, Craig Cox, both teams, the Eagles. We got a good one tonight. We are almost into the upcoming weekend, which, of course, Sunday we will see the sectional pairing show coming up. It's crazy to think we're already there on seasonable weather tonight, but two teams that are 6-1 coming into this one tonight.
No, I mean, every week we've had great weather, and it's hard, Tony, to think that, and what you said, that we are at that stage. It seems like just a few weeks ago we were talking about opening night. So here we are, though, senior night here, as you mentioned, Heritage, and kind of a little bit, not so much David and Goliath, but when you look at when you cross kind of borders in terms of classes, you see some 1 to 2s, 2 to 3s. Not real common in football to see you jump in 2 and sometimes 3 classes. Heritage, though, earlier in the year played a 6A team in Southport and beat them, as well as a 3A team in LaPel last week. So got a good one on our hands with like records of both 6-1. That we'll get into a little bit here in a moment with personnel.
Yeah, 7:30 kickoff here Eastern time, with it being senior night here at Heritage Christian High School, and then obviously Culver Academy about 2 hours north of the city of Indianapolis, where we come to you tonight on the northeast side. As Culver 6-1 on the season, as Craig mentioned. You look at their schedule: 5A, 3A, 4A. Finishing with 2 of their last 3 games against 2A schools. It is hard to schedule teams like Heritage Christian and Culver. You're going to have to travel, as we've seen Culver Academy do multiple times. To go back to that Fairfield game, one of the games their only game that they lost this year, 48-33. But certainly, Craig, both teams can score points, but both teams also give up points. Culver comes in averaging 36 points per contest, but giving up 29. Heritage Christian averaging 42.5 per game. They give up 26. But when you score points and you do it as quickly as a team like Heritage does, your defense doesn't get all that much rest with its quick drives. So more vulnerable to giving up points when you're scoring a lot.
It is, and these two teams really come in with both kind of balanced attacks. Both of them run the spread offense. A little difference on defense, whereas Heritage kind of is a lot of in nickel coverage on 3-3 stack, and you have Culver on their side of it, is in the traditional 3-4. So there is some similarities there. I think that Heritage has certainly probably been a little bit more battle-tested. I think the parity seems a little bit more here in the heart of the metro area compared to the northern part of the state. But I think at the same time, you kind of got the battle of the birds with the two Eagles, and seeing how tonight will play out. And they got a little bit extra motivation being at home and being senior night here.
Yeah, 27 years for head coach Andy Durrell at Culver Academy, and he's really turned this football team around. They were 5-7 last year, 2-8 2 years ago. They haven't won a sectional since 2015. But certainly, Craig, that's what their goal is to get back to that sectional final here in a couple weeks and ultimately advance.
It is. I mean, and last year they certainly made some great strides in making it to the championship of the sectionals. They're coming off, this year being their first winning season in 3 years. But, let's call it what it is. I mean, something like Coach Dorrell, it's been there 27 years. There's not much that any game is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen or been through. So the preparation, that goes in with him and his staff, these kids that they have year in, year out, you're talking about a guy that's been doing this for almost 300 high school games. So, there's a lot of great upside there. They bring back 14 of 22 starters, this year. And so there's a lot of experience, certainly senior-related there that they have. But they're coming in with a tough task against Heritage, who has great balance in how they go about their fights.
We have major injury news to pass along to you on the side of Heritage Christian. We will do that right after this break. You're watching high school football on IndianaSRN.
To you.
faithfully standing with us, you are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Welcome back to Indiana Sports Leader here in Central Indiana, IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat. Big one tonight between Heritage Christian at 6-1 on the season. They welcome in Culver Academy also at 6-1. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you. When we break down this offense for Heritage Christian, one of the first guys we would mention, Craig, is Elijah Pimental, but not tonight. He is out. I know you have a little bit more word on his injury.
Well, I mean, this is one that he actually got injured about 4 games ago. He sat out. I did Heritage about 3 weeks ago when they played Southport. He was out for that, but he came back to practice and then was re-injured. So as much as they were looking to get somebody like him back who had quite a bit of impact in terms of what he was doing for them. You know, he had 6 touchdowns. He was averaging about 170 yards a game, but a big blow into where, you know, you anticipate him coming back. Now you don't have him. But it doesn't go far from the family, as his younger brother Isaac is one that's kind of filled some of that role, and just a freshman at that, Tony.
Yeah, Isaac has ran the football multiple times over the last couple of weeks for 186 yards and 3 touchdowns. But Eli Nix, that dual threat quarterback, he's had a season, 99 of 157 for over 1,200 yards through the air, 19 touchdowns. He's also rushed the football for 585 yards. He's accounted, Craig, for 30 of their touchdowns this season.
Well, and he's one that's a dual threat, runner, passer. He's one that can, not only beat you in the pocket with the cerebral and the progressional reads, but he's one that if he's ever flushed out of it, he can do some things with his legs, as you allude to. 11 touchdowns. Of the 30 have come with his legs as well. So Coach Ray, a quarterback at heart himself, he knows how to coach these guys up and done some solid pieces with 7 consecutive winning seasons.
Yeah, defensively for Culver Academy, you're going to have to keep your eye on, have a spy at all times on Eli Nix. But how do you slow down this sometimes up-tempo Heritage Christian offense that likes to get to the line of scrimmage quickly and run the football at a fast pace?
Well, a lot of it, keeping your guys fresh. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what type of depth they had to kind of, keep that. I think a lot of it is going to be is how well – you protect the edges and try to keep Nix when he is running on those A and B gaps. You let him get to the outside and clock's running and he can make some things happen in open space. So I think that's one thing they're going to have to keep him at bay. And then on the edges, with Heritage's offense and Andrew Sloan and Noah Dearman, these are guys that they have to protect the sidelines because when you're on an island with these two, they can really make some things happen as well.
Yeah, and you saw right there, number 2, Michael McColgan, one of the captains on this football team for Culver, the starting quarterback, the junior, at 6 foot, 185 pounds. He can also get it done with his feet as well. So we are going to see on display tonight 2 great quarterbacks, 2 teams from opposite parts of the state. They don't know much about each other, but certainly they will be ready to go as we see the Eagles of Heritage Christian bang the hammer right there at midfield as they get ready to roll here, looking for their 5th straight victory. They have not lost at home. They knocked off Covenant Christian to start the season and beat Cecina. Their only loss at Guerin Catholic, a 53-34 loss. They've scored 63 points against Eastern Hancock, knocked off Southport, Madison, and LaPel. 2 more games on the season. They will go to Purdue Poly Inglewood coming up next Friday to wrap up the regular season. We'll have the pairing show on Sunday when we come back. We'll get this one kick-started right here on IndianaSRN.
Thank you to our athletic trainers, Anna and Kelsey, team physician Dr. Niegard, and team orthopedic surgeon Dr. Ritter for their support of Eagle Athletics. Fans, the officials for today's contest are Brandon White, Brody Tepstra, Christopher Urban, Jeff Gilstrap, and Scott Sippel. Fans, at this time, if you would please turn your attention to the video board for a message from HCS Head of School, Dr. Brian Doherty. Good evening, Eagles fans, and welcome to Senior Night at Allied Muck Field on the beautiful campus of Heritage Christian School. So glad you could join us on this gorgeous October evening. We are looking forward to a great game tonight against the visiting Eagles of Culver Academy, as well as honoring our 19 exceptional seniors who have made it this and previous football seasons very special. And I'm counting on our student section again to be incredible tonight, to cheer us on to victory, to finish our season strong. As fans, let's continue the heritage tradition to be loud and to make God proud. And to our friends from Culver Academy, welcome. Thanks to you for being here, and to Dr. Bird for his strong leadership at Culver Academies. We trust that, as our guests, that you will have a great experience tonight visiting our campus. God richly bless you, your team, and your school this year. Well, let's get started and go Heritage. Fans, at this time, if you would join us.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today. moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service. Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Welcome back to Senior Night here at Heritage Christian High School. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you on IndianaSRN. Before we get this one kick-started, we want to thank our sponsors here for the fall football season. Reynolds Farm Equipment. They're the leading equipment dealer since 1955. Passion to Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. Boilermaker Local 374, they represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in the field of construction and metal fabrication through the state of Indiana. Wheeler Mission, for over 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Our friends at Bertner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. The Morales Group, we're in business to create a better future for you and your family. McGinley Wright's Financial Group, inspiring people to repeatedly take action on their financial goals. Indiana Laborers District Council, the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LiUNA. And the IndianaSRN sports page. Follow the sports page every day with updates from coast to coast. Log into IndianaSRN.org and click on our tab. Here we go. Kickoff. Heritage Christian, all black. Culver, all white. Culver takes it at the 28. Nice little shimmy shake to the left side. Broke through and gets to the 39-yard line. So decent field position here on the first drive for Culver Academy. And we have some other defense injury here for Heritage Christian, Craig.
Yeah, well, I mean, one that we weren't aware of is Sam Utzig. Their starting two-way lineman, O&D line, as well as their second leading tackler, came out for the coin flip, not in uniform. So that we'll see how that comes into play as well.
So McColgan out of the backfield has Tay Rodriguez, number 7, lined up with him. Out of shotgun snap, 1st and 10. Delayed handoff. Met at the line of scrimmage, and a great job tackling there by Heritage Christian. They're going to mark forward progress, a pickup of 2. Important for this Culver team to stay ahead of the chains, not get themselves in 3rd and long situations.
And Rodriguez is one that almost was a 1,000-yard rusher last year, has had some good numbers this year as well. They'll have to keep him contained and not let him get to the edge as well.
See Jack Chaney out there as well. He is capable of making big plays. We will see him to the right side. Also in the slot here, that's number 20, Ty Racken. Out of shotgun, another delayed handoff. Rodriguez has it, gets the edge, first down, more, past the 50 to the 40, has a blocker ahead of him to the 30, 20, 10, 5, inbounds, touchdown! And Culver Academy on their second play goes 57 yards for the touchdown run. It's Rodriguez to the house.
Well, and that's what we just talked about as far as not allowing him to get the edge, and that's what he did there. This is obviously something in terms of the edge, and then great downfield blocking here, but the safeties getting drawn in also, and for him to be able to take that to the house and get, a score right away and do it so quickly certainly puts some pressure here on Heritage.
Yeah, shout out to the senior Trey Schumacher there, number 9, with the lead block ahead. And then it was a foot race down the sideline as the extra point pending here, as we are not even a minute into this contest, and we see why Culver is a football team that averages 35 points per contest. Low snap, picked up, kick up, and no good. He missed it wide left, but a 58-yard touchdown run puts Culver on the board first. 59 seconds into this one, 6-0 Culver.
Piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements, top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. The guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Some patient running for the Culver Academy Eagles. A 58-yard run by Rodriguez finds the end zone. 59 seconds into this contest here on IndianaSRN, and Culver leads 6-0. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you. And Heritage Christian will get the football for the first time in their all-black uniforms. Fielded at the 10. He's got some blockers, runs into his own guy, spins back, and gets it back to the 30-yard line. So an 22-yard pickup there, but man, that touchdown, super impressive, Craig, for Culver. Great blocking downfield, patient running, and then it was an arms race from there.
Yeah, 3 plays, 3 runs, and all 3 going to, or excuse me, just 2. Just 2 plays, and both of them there going to Rodriguez, and as you mentioned, taking the one to the house for 58. So now, obviously, changing to the guard, see how Heritage might be able to answer. We mentioned before, Pimentel, Elijah that is, out for the season. His younger brother, freshman Isaac, was on the kickoff return there and also in the backfield here on the first
play. He spreads out, fakes the screen, quick screen cut back here, and it's going to go for no gain. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage was Wallen. It'll be a 2nd down and 10, and we'll see Heritage do these. They're almost Colts-like, to be honest with you. We see a lot of running, a lot of motion before the snap. We saw it there. They're going to mark it a pickup of about 2, so 2nd down and 8 on Heritage Christian's first possession.
And they'll spread it out, and they'll run in 4 and 5 different receivers on some of these formations. So they spread the ball around with Dearman in motion.
Yep, Dearman in motion, fakes the handoff, quarterback keeper the entire way. It's going to be close to the first down marker. We will see where they spot it. But as you mentioned, we talked about this in the pregame, Eli Nix, a dual-threat quarterback. That run right there puts him over 600 on the season. We'll see here as he goes to the sideline for the call. Eli Nix. Couldn't quite tell if they marked that a first down or not. As Nix runs back to the huddle, 9:44 to play.
I might mention, too, Dearman has missed the last couple games, too, with a back issue. So having him back, he's a guy that has multiple touchdowns on the year as well.
So just shy of the first down marker. 3rd down and 1, delayed handoff to the freshman. Passes the 40 to the 45-yard line. enough for the first down, and that is the freshman filling the shoes of his older brother, Isaac Pinmental. First down, Heritage Christian.
Well, and he's one, too, that, again, mentioned he's just a freshman. A lot of the styles the same as his older brother, Elijah, as well. And as you can see here, they'll go empty backfield a lot, too.
Tempo, nice screen pass there, caught and taken to the 49-yard line. Dearman with his first catch of the evening, going to be short of the first down line, second down coming up. But yes, we will see a lot of tempo from this Heritage Christian offense.
They will do a lot of no huddle, as we mentioned in the opening segment too. They're running the spread much like Culver, but they'll spread you out a lot to try to really keep you at bay and play honest.
So another quarterback keeper here. Nix gets the first down, lowers the boom inside the 30-yard line. I believe they'll mark him just short of the 30-yard line. They'll mark him at the 32. That's enough for the second first down on the drive for Heritage Christian.
Well, we mentioned how he's one's a dual threat. They go and hurry up. Very seldom will you see him in the huddle.
Roll out here to the right side. Nix pumps, fires wide open, caught to the sticks. First down. Nice pitch and catch there. And this time it's Aiden Lyon with his first catch. Moved the sticks to the 25-yard line. And the third first down of this drive. So Heritage Christian getting something going here, trying to answer the 6 points that Culver put up on their first possession.
Well, and you've already seen him in a position, too, where he's thrown to 4 different guys already as well.
Yeah, great blocking here on that first down run for Eli Nix. And Heritage Christian, again, averaging 42 points per contest out of shotgun. Ball marked at the 25-yard line. 3 in the backfield, quarterback keeper, delayed, gets a hole, and Nix tries to bowl his way forward. Ball's loose. Ball is loose. And we'll see the call. Culver Academy gets it. So the extra effort there by Eli Nix gets the ball stripped, and the ball is picked up by number 64. That is William Kirshner, and a turnover here.
Well, the tough thing here is, great job of using your legs and get forward, but when you start to get those guys, you saw there, Nix really didn't have great ball security, only had it tucked with the one arm, and when you're starting to absorb some of that contact, got to really wrap it up and get 2 hands on that. Especially when you start to get wrapped up, the extra guys coming in are trying to go for the strip.
So Jeff Gilstrap is our head official tonight. Chris Irvin, Scott Seipel, Brody Terpstra, Brandon White making the calls here. Delayed handoff left side, gets up the middle, and he's off to the races again. To the 50, to the 40, to the 30, pushed out of bounds at about the 21-yard line, and the second huge run of the evening for Tay Rodriguez.
Well, one that unofficially went for about 50 there. So, again, this one coming just off the B gap. The other one that he got on the touchdown at 58 got to the outside. But here coming to the B gap. And, again, you're getting your safeties kind of sucked in here, and they're just getting up too tight. And there's nothing in that third layer of defense where they need to be to keep that yardage down.
So a 66-yard run unofficially there by Tay Rodriguez, and just like that, Culver threatening once again. First play off the turnover. He's got runs of 58 and 66. We'll see here at the 21-yard line what Culver can do on their second possession inside the 25. Rodriguez, delayed handoff, gets back to the line of scrimmage. He'll be put down for a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Rodriguez up the middle, brought down by number 54, Jonah Hufford.
We want to thank Reynolds Farm Equipment. They are the leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors throughout Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer. Give a call to our friends at Reynolds Farm Equipment, 317-894-0810. Craig, they say nothing runs like a deer. Well, Tay Rodriguez,
he's running like one.
Big time here in this first quarter. We're not even halfway through. He's over the 100-yard mark. Quick screen left side, caught. And out of bounds, Trey Schumacher, who had a big block on that 58-yard touchdown run, upfield, gets his first catch, and they're going to mark it at the 15-yard line.
Knocked out of bounds by number 7, Nick Dearman.
Yeah, as much as he's running like a deer, he's also doing a little bit of Caterpillar bulldozer, too. He's a big boy.
So 3rd down and 4 here for Culver. I am going to assume, not a coach, probably 4-down territory here after the missed extra point. Well, let's see what they can do on 3rd and 4. 3 wide receiver set. Man in motion, that's Ainsley Ritchie. McColgan takes a snap, hands it off. Rodriguez lowers the shoulder, and he's going to be in there for a first down and does what he has to do, gets low to the ground and keeps those legs churning.
It looked like they're actually marking him just short.
So it is going to be just short. They're going to put the football at the 11-yard line, when I think they need to get to about the 10.5-yard line. So a 4th down and 1 here. Heritage Christian with an opportunity to take that momentum back after the turnover has led the second drive for Culver inside the 20-yard line.
Well, this is one where you got to protect the edges, but you also can't be surprised with a pass here either.
Handoff, backfield. Culver can't get it, and a big push there by Heritage Christian, and on 4th and 1, they stuff Culver Academy at the 12-yard line.
Well, what a really, really big stop for the Heritage Christian Eagles here, especially after the 66-yard run where they were looking to go up 2 scores. Great stop here. Now just got to protect the ball. They looked very, very fluid on their first offensive drive, except for the fumble.
Yeah, so a big tackle there in the backfield by Lemons, it looked like, as they sold out the run for Rodriguez and stuffed him. So it'll be first down here for Heritage Christian, who had a nice drive going before the Eli Nix fumble. Man in motion, screen pass, caught by the freshman Penmental. Shimmy shake to the 15 to the 16-yard line. So a nice little pickup there on first down with the screen pass from Eli Nix.
Oh, just get him out in the flats again. This is a kid that can really make some things happen with space. He's pretty elusive, got good footwork. They're picking up 5 on the screen.
So Nix will be alone in the backfield here. We will go with a 5-wide set into the slot. Goes Elijah Penmental. Quick snap, pump fake, steps up in the pocket under pressure. He's going to go down. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll be a 3rd down and short there on the quarterback keeper.
Looks like it might have gave him 1 there with Nix.
So a 3rd down and 3 coming up. They'll mark the ball between the 19 and 20-yard line. Heritage Christian will slow it down. Their defense has been on this football field for most of the first quarter as we've reached the halfway mark. 5:55 to go in the first. A big 3rd and 3 here early on in this contest. Culver with a 4-man rush coming, 3 in the box. Roll out Nix to the right. Steps up. He's going to keep it. He's got enough for the first down, and he's hit as he was going out of bounds. No flag there, but enough for the first down. A great decision there by Nix to keep it.
Yeah, and this is one where he was obviously looking to pass, read through his progressions, didn't have anything. So smart play by him, just tucking it and running, picking up the first down and gaining 6 on the run.
So they'll mark it at the 20, just short of the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, 5:37 to go. First quarter here on IndianaSRN. Senior night for the Eagles of Heritage Christian. Both teams coming in tonight 6-1. A 58-yard touchdown on the second play of the game is the difference so far in this one. Nix will roll out to his right, step up. Now he's going to throw it. Ball deflected, almost intercepted, and I think it hit the ground. Looked like that one hit the ground, falls incomplete. It'll be a 2nd down and 10. Nice job there by the official right on top of that one. See the ball hit the turf and call it incomplete.
Well, and here we see the replay. Ainsley Ritchie, anytime you get a ball tipped like this, you always anticipate it's getting picked. Great effort. Came up with it. I don't know that he quite sold it good enough, but at the end of the day, great effort there, and the official was right there to make the play to see it hit the turf.
Yeah, and Nix there, it's hard to throw across your body, right? Hard to throw across your body like that. Sometimes it messes up the timing. Just behind the wide receiver, deflected and almost picked off. So 2nd and 10 coming up here, ball on the 25. By the way, Nix has 3 completions tonight already. That gets him over the 100 mark on the season. And on 2nd and 10, Nix keeps it for 12 and a pickup for a first down.
Well, and you'll see a lot of design runs, Tony, that Coach Ray, has designed for Nix, as you see here. Just a little play action, just tucks it and goes right up the A gap. And so, again, gets 11 out of that and moving some chains.
5-wide set again here. Nix alone in the backfield. 3-step drop, fires across the middle, caught. Oh, man, he had it. Looked like it was caught, and then he took off to run with it. Was Mark Gates, the wide receiver, and it falls incomplete. He would still be running.
Yeah, one of those ones that you're almost too open, right? And, almost kind of got anxious a bit and kind of got the eyes downfield before he had the ball into his hands. So certainly like to get that one back. But again, second down 10 here.
I believe the Steinbrenner family are graduates of the Culver Academy.
That's right.
Yankees still in the playoffs. George IV involved in both IndyCar and the Yankee day-to-day operation. Quick screen pass here, right side. Doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll mark it a 1-yard loss on the quick screen. Pass was caught by Andrew Sloan. So 3rd and 11 coming up here multiple times early in this game so far. Heritage Christian has gotten themselves into 3rd down situations, but Culver hasn't been able to get a stop. 5 wide set. Nick's alone in the backfield. 4:30 to play, first quarter. 3-step drop, has a man deflected at the line of scrimmage. And a nice defensive push there by the Culver Academy defense. And getting their paws on that one was big 68. That's Charlie Lawson. And a 4th and 11, Heritage Christian forced a punt.
Well, great job there by Lawson getting his paws up to do that, in fact, because he actually had Sloan on a great dig route, went to the 12-yard mark, and sat down on his route and was wide open. But, again, it forces a punt here, and they're holding to get the ball back to still try to get up on a 2-score.
Here's a snap. Boots it from the 25 straight up the elevator shaft. This will take a bounce at the 40, bounce back, keep bouncing, and Heritage Christian downs it at the 49. They should have touched that about 20 yards down, but an unfortunate hop there for Heritage Christian, and with 4:17 to go, Culver will take over from the 48-yard line.
Yeah, one of those situations there where they had 4 guys around the ball. It had already taken 1 hop, and then it took 2, and nobody's trying to go after the ball. So probably lost about 10, 12 yards on field positioning as Culver opens up on the Heritage side of the field.
Yeah, and plus territory for Culver. They drove the football deep into Heritage Christian territory on a 68-yard run from Rodriguez on their last possession, but they were stopped on 4th and short. Here a quick slant route pass caught by Pierre-Fax Stenhouse, and he gets it to close to the 42-yard line, a pickup of about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Hey, we want to thank the Morales Group as well. We're in business to create a better future for you and your family and for the community that we share. We can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. 317-472-7600. Screen pass caught. Rodriguez makes one man miss. Gets past the first down, sticks. And about a pickup of 7 there, enough for the first down.
Well, you see Rodriguez now getting out of the backfield and making some plays happen with the catch as well, where it looks like that they're going to give him, they gave him actually the first down there.
Yeah, they got it to the 34-yard line. I believe they needed the 35, excuse me. So enough for the first down, 1st and 10, 3:20 to go, and you got to be thinking another 6 here. If you're Culver, you had the opportunity to go up 2 possessions. You certainly want to do it here in such short field position. Quick pass into coverage, caught for a pickup of 10. It'll be real close to the sticks, but number 21 there, Ansley Ritchie, gets his 2nd catch of this first quarter.
Well, one just sat down on his route. Another little dig, little 6-7 yarder, ends up getting 8 out of that.
So 2nd and short here, under 3 minutes to play, first quarter. Senior night for Heritage Christian, looking to get another stop and keep points off the board here for Culver Academy. Rodriguez in the backfield, man in motion. Here's the snap. Rodriguez takes it up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another, still on his feet, running to the end zone. Touchdown for the 2nd time tonight. Tay Rodriguez finds the end zone, and it's a 12-point Culver Academy lead. This one from 14 yards out.
Well, he's one of those guys, too, as we see here.
Sorry, 24 yards out.
Yeah, 27, actually.
27.
Just comes right up the A gap and then makes a nice little jump cut, gets to the outside. And I'll tell you, there's just some serious situations, not just with the trenches for Heritage Christian on the line, but it's the linebackers and safeties that have shown on explosive plays with Rodriguez at 58, 66, and now 27, and 2 of those were scores.
Yeah, so a 58-yard touchdown on the second play of the game, backs it up with a 27-yard touchdown here. Here's the snap, boot is up, and this one lands on 465, and it's true. So just like that, with 2:28 to go in this first quarter, Culver spoiling senior night for Heritage Christian. They lead 13-0 right here on Indiana SRN.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Jack Standfast will kick it off here for Culver Academy. They lead with 2:28 to go, 13-0 here in the first quarter. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you on Indiana SRN. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube at Indiana SRN, on X, and Indiana Sports and Instagram. We're on all the social media channels. Pimental has it, gets it back to the 26-yard line. Man, oh man, Craig Cox. Tay Rodriguez, he's been running, and he has been running often. Over 150 yards in this first quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, you said it well there. I mean, he's running and running well, and I mean, Heritage has to do something on their second and third layers of defense to be able to protect and keep them underneath. You got, you know, 2 scores of 27 and 58, as well as another one of 66 that didn't get there, and so you know, it's something that they're going to have to continue to make some adjustments here, and got to be able to answer to put some points on the board, which they've been known to do.
Yeah, they average 42 points per contest. If you just joined us, the first 3 possessions for Culver Academy's offense landed them inside the 20-yard line. They were stopped on 4th down. That ball on a screen is picked off. There is a flag, and it's a false start, I believe, so it's going to be declined. And the defense for Heritage Christian going to have to come right back on the field as Culver gets the first interception of this contest.
You see the rollout here. It's one of those things where what a great read. Here's the thing, too, is Nix threw that on the inside as opposed to the outside to where only his receiver could get it. And the DB just made a great read on that and jumped the route. So not only an interception, but right after a score, and then they're starting at the 32-yard line, which is only 5 short of what they just scored off at the 27.
Ty Racken with the interception, jumping the route there. Yeah, the first 3 possessions for Culver have gone inside the 20-yard line. 2 have ended in score, or excuse me, 1 ended in a score 58 yards, but they've gone on long drives. A lot of long rushes here in this first quarter. Heritage Christian's best drive ended in a fumble inside of the 13. So a lot of big rushes from Tay Rodriguez for Culver. First down, they're going to take a shot. Rolling left side. McColgan under pressure, stops, pops, he's hit. And the ball is going to fall short there, so a broken play downfield. But you don't mind taking a shot on first down after the turnover?
No, not at all. Like the play, especially when they've been hitting so many off the run at that. And certainly good job on McColgan there to not only one as he gets flushed out of the pocket. Probably would have liked to seen him throw it away a little bit sooner than what he did, so you don't have to absorb and take a hit. That's unnecessary when you're going through your progressions and don't have anything open. Just get rid of it and not take that.
Rodriguez with 158 first quarter runs, the 58-yard touchdown. He had a 66-yard run and then a 27-yard touchdown. Here's the quick pitch, left side option, Rodriguez. And he's so good, Craig Cox, at making that first initial defender miss.
Well, and this is the first time we've kind of seen the option here, and gets about 6 out of it. Maybe 5, looks like 5.
Yeah, so 3rd and 5 coming up here from the 28-yard line. 1:45 to go. And Culver not in any hurry to get to the line of scrimmage here. Rodriguez in the backfield. They're going to go with the 3 wide receiver set. 2 in the backfield. Ainsley Ritchie is back there as well. In motion goes Rodriguez. Quick screen. Caught on a slant route. Enough for the first down, and a nice little play there. Ty Rackett, who just came up with the interception, picks up his second completion of the evening, and it'll be just shy of the chains. We'll have another 4th and 1 situation here. And Craig, last time Heritage Christian got the push and stopped Rodriguez at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, even a tackle for a loss at that. So I'm sure the O coordinator and Coach Drill's staff has that in mind. But when you've been running like you have with Rodriguez, certainly don't look far from that either.
So McColgan, 4th and 1 out of shotgun. Looks, screen, caught at the sticks, dives forward, and the second effort there, enough for the first down. Trey Schumacher with his second catch, and that'll move the chains inside of the 21-yard line.
Well, I love the play call where you're really anticipating a run, A-B gap. We see it here, just, again, little quick 2-step drop as well as just a quick out.
So 1st and 10, 35 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Here's the snap, quick slant again, caught, and they're going to get down close to the 10-yard line. Ainsley Ritchie, and really some success here from the quarterback McColgan on these quick slant routes.
Well, get 10 there on first down. Maybe I guess they're giving him just short. Now they're waving him on. They're going to take this down to the end of the quarter and just sit on it. And, Coach Terrell's got to be extremely pleased, not only on the offensive side, but defensively getting 2 stops, getting a turnover, getting a pick. So 2, I got a fumble recovery as well. So couldn't script it up any better, Tony, for this first quarter for the Culver Eagles.
It's been all Eagles of Culver on the road, so far spoiling the senior night for Heritage Christian. 13-0 after the first quarter. We'll be back on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you here. We are through 1 quarter of play on senior night for the 6-1 Heritage Christian Eagles, but that first quarter dominated by the visiting Culver Academy Eagles. They lead 13-0. I'm going to ask you this, although I already know, Craig, what'd you like about that first quarter? And I think his name is Tay Rodriguez.
No, without a doubt. I mean, he's obviously hit it up the A-B gap, hit on the edge as well. But the thing that's really done well for him is those big plays as well, is getting, forcing 2 turnovers and getting 2 stops as well.
So a first down play on the last play. So that'll be 1st and 10 here. Quick throw. It looks like it was bounced off the turf. Incomplete. But as much success as we have seen in that run with the big plays, obviously 66, 58, 27 yards, we've also seen some very accurate quick slant passes in that first quarter from Culver.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's had probably 6 or 7 of them. All but one of them has actually been more than 9 yards. You got 6, 6, 8, 4, 2, and 10 has been his completion. So chewing some clock there. They got some quick hits with some not a lot of time run off as they finally, end up getting Rodriguez tackled for a loss here. I think that's only the 2nd time in the game other than the 4th and 1.
Yeah, that's Ethan Utzig coming up with the big tackle there, and a 3rd down coming up here. 2nd down. No, it'll be 3rd and 16 from the 17-yard line, so a loss of 6 and a nice pursuit there by the defense of Heritage Christian, looking for a stop here from the 17-yard line. A 3rd and 16 coming up, and Craig, you kind of feel this is a big momentum play for both sides.
Well, it is. I mean, Heritage has got to do their part in keeping them off. It's probably 4-down territory at that, but to try to, go down 3 scores will really, really be tough.
Pump fake over the top. He's got 2 wide receivers, but it's going to go incomplete out of the back of the end zone. So a 4th and 16 coming up, but we've got a flag right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a legal shift on Culver. I think you decline this, right, Craig, and make it a 4th and 16 as opposed to a 3rd and 26.
Absolutely. I would imagine it wouldn't be any different.
Yeah. Well, when you already have a 58-66 and a 27-yard rush, I think Heritage says, you know what, we're going to make you do something on 4th down and 16, which is plenty long enough. So Culver brings out the field goal unit. A missed extra point early, but this is Tommy Kelly. Low snap, kick is up, plenty of distance, and he puts it right through. So Culver converts on a 38-yard field goal to take a 16-0 lead here early on in the second quarter. We'll be back right after this on IndianaSRN.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Tommy Kelly boots through a 38-yard field goal as Culver takes a 16-0 lead here on IndianaSRN. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you. Craig, some interesting scores here in central Indiana.
Yeah, Westfield up on Fishers 19-0. Mount Vernon over Shelbyville 17-0. Big surprise of the night so far, Noblesville over Brownsburg 15-0. 14-0 Lebanon over Southmont. Got Lutheran beating Speedway 21-7. Monrovia putting it to Covenant 27-7. So we get a return here.
Couple blocks there, hold on to that football, and the Heritage Christian Eagles will take over from the 25-yard line. We also want to thank Boilermaker 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in the fields of construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. When you need a safe, dependable workforce for a new build, an upgrade, or facility maintenance, you can count on the Boilermakers Union 374 to do your job right the first time. All right, you've got plenty of time here in the second quarter. What do you want to see out of Heritage Christian on their first possession in this second quarter?
Well, I think, one, they got to find a way to get some of their balance. I think in terms of they really haven't tested Culver's secondary down the field and getting vertical. Obviously, the front line's got to be able to do some things to give him some time to throw that as Nix gets 2 or 3 here on the first down run. But I'd like to see them stretch the field a bit, see what they can get downfield. Sloan and Dearman are 2 guys that can certainly test some things on some go routes, and then maybe you sit down. You don't know exactly how much you're going to be able to get out of Pimental, the younger one, and Isaac being a freshman. He is one that can make some special things happen, but for him to carry that load is just going to be a lot with Nix in the backfield.
Yeah, and to your point, I mean, a nice long drive here to give Heritage Christian's defense a bit of a rest. It seems like they spent most of that first quarter on the football field. Long screen pass here to the 30. And they may mark them forward progress, a pickup of 2, so you're in a 3rd and 6 situation here with that pitch and catch. That ball completed to number 13, Noah Dearman.
Well, and it's 1-2 when you're down 16 already. You know, you're not. They go no huddle a lot, but you got to start testing some things. Running the ball is going to chew a lot of clock. I think you find the balance. They're a team and program that has been noted for that, but again, they have to be able to test the second and third layers of this Culver defense.
So a 3rd and 4 at the 31-yard line. Blitz coming for Culver. Only 3 on the line, but 4 in the box. 5 wide receivers set. Somebody might have jumped. They didn't call it. Floater to the midfield area, and it is caught and then dropped by Andrew Sloan. He had enough for the first down there, but for the second time tonight, we see a wide receiver from Heritage Christian turn the run with the football without securing the catch.
Well, and he's one that you see in Sloan that usually doesn't drop those. And here's something interesting. You're down 16 on your own 30-yard line. You're going for it. So
see if they go hard count. They do, and they got him. I was just going to say, they might go hard count here to get those 4 yards the easy way. They do. So a nice job there on the snap count by Eli Nix. Move the sticks on a first down. You'll take them how you can get them.
Well, as a defensive tackle here, he was bothered with himself, immediately just slapped himself with both hands on the helmet. He knew it was more of a mental thing. Got him to bite. He did it. And gave him a new set of downs here.
Passion to Care. They deliver care with more than 24 years of experience as a prestige healthcare company. Passion to Care is driven by decades of expertise and drive to go above and beyond. Call 317-537-1811. Handoff here. Passes the 35-yard line, marker to the 36. Maybe got 1 yard there. That's radio. So I'll tell you this, Chuck, I can talk fast because when I got my start with Bob Lovell on Indiana Sports Talk, you would try to say as many high school scores as you could in the 2 or 5 minute updates you have. So I would just auctioneer it and run as fast as I could. So try to get all those scores in for everybody around Central Indiana. You'll hear about this game. Yep, you'll hear about this game on Indiana Sports Talk with Bob Lovell coming up. Don't forget the pairing show with Bob and Paul Condrey is on Sunday. 2nd and 10, rollout. Nix under pressure, gets out of it, looks downfield, flicks it to the 40, but it's going to be at the shoestrings of Andrew Sloan and incomplete. So a 3rd down and 10 coming up here for Heritage Christian.
Well, a little surprise there by Nix. I mean, obviously he's getting flushed out of the pocket, did a great job of eluding the defender with a little bit of a straight arm, but had a chance to complete the pass, but chose to just throw it in the ground and avoid a potential another interception. But certainly had him and probably gave up 5 yards there, but puts him in another long situation. And if you're Culver, you love this. You know they're going to be passing. You try to blitz or really put pressure on Nix to try to make a decision quicker than he'd like.
Yeah, let's see if they look at a Chase Wallen here to the right. He's got the wheel route. They're going to go deep. Up for grabs off the hands of Rodriguez. He almost one-handed that. And the ball falls incomplete, so a 4th down and 10. They had Chase Wayland on that wheel route deep, but this ball falls incomplete, so a 4th down and 10 here. And I think, Craig, you're going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I think on the last possession, we look at the play here. Good job by Rodriguez getting a ball, or getting a hand on this. Probably a little bit underthrown, but the last possession, I did notice, with Sloan, he kind of came up a little gingerly, but went back to the huddle. But he stayed on the ground a little bit longer after the end of that play too. So we'll pay attention to that and see if he might be dealing with something there.
That was a 2-minute and 7-second drive. Here's the punt fielded by Rodriguez at the 30. Makes a 3rd player miss, but we've got flags all over. And Rodriguez will just run through you. You either tackle him or he's going to run right through you. He gets it back to the 50-yard line, but we'll see what the flag is here as we've got multiple flags on the ground. So we'll see if it's offsetting or if Culver will be moving backwards from where the football stands now at the 50-yard line. Hey, you can make a difference. Help us promote more student-athletes on TV by logging on to IndianaSRN.org and directing yourself to the ad donation page. You could donate with the donate button to a specific school. More games, more opportunities for our kids. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
I was going to say, usually that's what you'll see on this, the block in the back, on a return. Especially when that's thrown, when it is and where it is, that's usually what happens. So it's a spot foul, 10 yards from that. So it's going to put the ball about the 26.
Yeah, so from the 26-yard line. And Heritage Christian will take that. But back on to the football field goes this offense, and they have been on through the first, quarter and a third. This football team for Culver has had their offense on the turf for a majority of the time. 1st and 10, ball on the 25. Roll-out pass, going deep. Right side has a man caught to the 30, to the 25-yard line, and a nice pitch and catch there. Another big play, and it's Ty Racken, who already has an interception in this contest, comes up with a big gain.
Well, it's 51 on the play, as we'll see the replay here. Just kind of runs a go route and puts it up high and beats the corner and takes the ball from the 26 to the opposite 25. So here they are set up almost in the red zone with one play. So, again, it's one of those things where Heritage has to get in a position where they're stopping some of this bleeding and keeping things underneath them, both with the run and the pass.
Their third play of this first half of 50-plus, the first one coming through the air. Rollout pass across the left side, caught again by Racken. It's going to be a face mask penalty, and he's going to go out of bounds. So this is going to move Culver even closer, but once again, a nice little pitch and catch there, and Ty Racken goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that looks like he got about 12, so probably put the ball around the 6-7 yard line, being half the distance to the goal.
So we'll see where they mark the ball officially after the face mask, but Culver Academy looking to go up 3 scores here, not even at the halfway point of the second quarter.
I've been really impressed with Culver. You know, we didn't have a whole lot of information on them, but you know, certainly we talked about in the opening segment, you have a coach that's almost coached 300 games, so you know that they're prepped well. This year's the first time they've had a winning season in the last 3 or 4 years. Made it to the sectional championship last year, but been very stellar this year in being 6-1, and they're obviously playing in sectional 20, which is Lebanon, local flavor at 5-2, and Logansport being at 6-1 as well.
Rollout pass here on 1st and goal from the 5 under pressure. Ball's loose. Ball's on the ground, and it goes out of bounds. So a nice pursuit there by Heritage. I don't think he knew that the ball went out of bounds, but a lucky bounce for Culver. It will go out of bounds. They'll have a second down and goal coming up from about 14 yards out.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that might be Justice Klingerman. 20, which is their leading tackler, so did a great job launching himself at the ball, but you got to continue to play, even though the ball went out of bounds, but loss of a couple here.
So second and goal from the 16, and as you mentioned, it's a great point. You know, we didn't have a lot of stats, a lot of knowledge on Culver coming into this one, and you look at their schedule, a lot of 3A teams, but they've really come out as a 4A school here tonight and been impressive, but 2 back-to-back huge stops by the defense, and there it is, big number 20 once again with a huge stop.
Well, and it's a situation, too, where, you know, Heritage gets the ball to start the second half. You know, if they can get a stop here or at least keep them just to a field goal and go down and get a score and then double up coming out in third quarter, still a manageable situation, but they got to make some adjustments and get some penetration and some push on this line, and really kind of put, if you can, McCall in a position to where he's making some uncomfortable decisions and trying to get away from these big hit runs.
So third and goal, ball at the 21-yard line, 7:07 to play first half. Culver looking to go up 3 scores. Across the middle, off the hands of Rodriguez. He would have walked in, but the pass slightly behind him. And it'll set up a 4th down and goal from the 20.
Yeah, just great route there. I mean, in terms of and great play call, just with a quick slant. Had the linebacker beat, but ball again just wasn't positioned in a way to where he could get it.
Yeah, the wheel route there worked on a little halfback run, but it goes for not. So a second attempt here of the second quarter. The last one was good from 38 yards out. This one will be from 37 for Tommy Kelly. High snap, put down, ball booted. It's a low one, and I think he missed that. Yep, just short. So for the second time, the defense of Heritage Christian keeps points off the board after Culver drives inside of the 20-yard line, and a missed field goal there by Culver keeps it at, although be it with 2-point conversions, a 2-score game.
I'll tell you, I mean, when you stop and think about all the big hit plays, and Heritage is really, really fortunate to be in a situation where they're down 2 scores. And, I mean, you look at from a standpoint, they've had, you know, a missed field goal. They've had 2 4th down stops, but they've also given up 3 really long plays, but 2 being touchdowns. And really being in a position where if they can go down and get a score here and get a stop and then get the ball to start second half, they're right there in it. So one that you're kind of looking at being controlled because the score really hasn't been indicative of the gap that is present with this game.
Well, you certainly want to put points on the board here if you're Heritage Christian, and you want to take some of that momentum into the locker room if you can get on the board. But an overthrow pass there, almost intercepted, bounces off the turf, incomplete. Second down and 10 coming up, and Ty Rackett was looking for his second interception of this first half. So Ty Rackett, who has 3 catches on the offensive side of the football, jumped a route in the first quarter for an interception. Almost had that one. He thought he should have. But nonetheless, 2nd and 10, under 7 to play. Man in motion. Nix has it. He's going to look, pump fakes, comes back to his left side. Caught at the 18, passes the 20, gets right to the sticks. We'll see if they mark it enough for the first down there. But a nice catch out of the backfield for Pimental, good for 10.
Well, on his second reception, Pimental, and both of them being for first downs. And I tell you, that's their first down that I think they've had in the last 3 possessions.
So a 1st and 10, 6:38 to go. Shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, under pressure, and Nick just gets rid of it, throws it at the feet of his intended wide receiver. That is number 4, Tyson Powell's. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10, 6:31 to go. It just seems like Heritage has just had a tough time getting momentum offensively rolling.
No, great point. I was going to mention that it's fine. They're having a hard time finding their rhythm, certainly in the passing game.
Shotgun snap, 5 wide. Across the field, caught to the 40-yard line. And it'll be right at the sticks again. Nice pitching catch there, thrown across the body. Aiden Lloyd with the completion. And another first down. So 2 other last 3 plays with first downs. That puts Eli Nix over 1,250 yards on this season. 5 wide set again. Shotgun snap, flick of the wrist, and just slightly overthrew the intended target, Andrew Sloan. 2nd down and 10, but Heritage saying, you know what, we're going to go to the air here and try to move these sticks through the arm of Eli Nix. We also want to thank, as always, our friends at Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have consistently been the trusted allies for your inventory management, warehousing, fulfillment, and transportation needs. We stand as your comprehensive logistics partner. Right with us, 317-396-1023. So a quick 6-yard pickup there, a 3rd down and 4 right around midfield for Heritage Christian. Quick throw, caught. Sloan has it to the 50, makes a man miss to the 45-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. Got a pretty good spot there, so move the chains again. This time, good to see Heritage Christian be able to move the sticks on a 3rd down.
Well, and interesting enough, their leading receiver in Andrew Sloan, that's his first catch of the night. So, and you've got 5 minutes to go. So that kind of tells you a little indicative of being able to find that balance between what they do in the run and the pass.
Out of shotgun.
Takes
the handoff. He's got a deep man up the middle. Caught and drugged down at the 15-yard line. A big-time pitch and catch there. And it's Noah Dearman with his 2nd completion of the night.
Yeah, and that's just Dearman's 3rd, and he had catches of 5 and 2 and give him 21 on that.
So 21 yards there. And I think Culver is going – somebody will have a timeout. See what the call is here as the refs get together. We're going to bring Heritage Christian together.
I'm not sure what the stoppage was for.
Maybe an inverted whistle. But on a 1st and 10 to the down to the 16-yard line here. And Nix will take it. 4:50 to go. You would think Heritage Christian in 4-down territory, and I think our awesome camera guy Justin with the fact that they are moving too fast that the sticks can't keep up here. Nix has it to the 15-yard line, and we're going to have a flag.
Came in real late right there on the tackle by the line judge. And so I don't know if we have a personal foul with a face mask possibly.
Face mask, or maybe look like he led with his shoulder. Yep, face mask.
They half the distance, so about the 7-8 yard line.
Yeah, so first down and 8. And I think, Craig, what's pivotal here for Heritage Christian is to take their time. Take as much time off the clock. And obviously you want to end this drive with 7 points, but you also want to take as much time off the clock as possible here at the first and goal situation.
That, or be hopeful that your defense can get another stop with decent field position to possibly give you another crack with about 2 minutes. But again, that's where greed kind of sets in.
Yeah. First and goal from the 8. 20 on the play clock. Nix, quarterback keeper up the middle, and he is stood up but pushes forward, and they're going to mark him right at the 4-yard line. So an opportunity here for Heritage Christian to find the end zone for the first time, and you've got 3 plays to get 4 yards, Craig.
Well, and it's one that they need, and they need in a big way. You're not in a position where you can run the amount of time off the clock. But again, we talked about the importance of them getting on the board before half, with them getting the ball to start the second half.
Second and goal. I would imagine Culver. Yep, Culver going to take a timeout. This has been a great drive by Heritage. We'll take it with them. With 4 minutes to go here in the first half, Heritage threatening inside of the 4-yard line when we come back on IndianaSRN.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
So here we go. Second and goal, 4 minutes to go. Heritage looking to put points on the board for the first time here on IndianaSRN. Nix with the quarterback keeper picks up about 3, and we're going to have a third down and goal from the 1-yard line. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you here, and you have to be thinking 4-down territory here. You've got 2 opportunities, Craig, to find the end zone from 1 yard out.
Well, and this is one, too, where a lot of times when you're at the 1, you think about just, hitting the A gap and trying to, get the big push there, even if it's from the running back. But certainly like the option to get Nix out of the backfield here to make some things happen with the pass or run. And they make it even to spot it from the 2, not the 1.
Yeah, so third and goal here. Nix, quarterback keeper, man in front of him, tries to stretch forward, second effort. And it's a touchdown. So Heritage Christian with a long drive here, and Nix rushes it in for 2 yards out for the score. And Heritage Christian on the board, 16-6 extra point pending.
Well, and give this young man a great effort. I mean, he gets hit at the 1.5, 2, and then really fights for the extra effort and lunges forward with the extra fight to get that score. And really, really big. Now you just need your defense to come up.
Are you chasing points here and going for 2 to make it a 1 possession game?
Well, they're certainly going to do it. I don't know, being this early, that I would, but of course it's one of those things that, hey, why are we doing it? But as soon as you get it, then it's like, hey, great call.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's a little too early to chase it. I think I'd kick the extra point, but trying to make it a 1-score game.
Out of shotgun, 3 in the backfield. Nix has it, fires, fade route, deep, up. Oh, no way. Nope, he was out of bounds. But what an effort there by Noah Dearman to go up and make the one-handed catch. Nonetheless, 2-point conversion, no good. And with 3:10 to play in the first half, it's a 10-point lead for Culver right here on IndianaSRN.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
So the two-point conversion, no good, but a long scoring drive there for the first time tonight for Heritage Christian to cut the lead to 10. It's 16-6 here on IndianaSRN. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you, and the ensuing kickoff goes out of bounds. So a mistake there on special teams for Heritage Christian will give the football to Culver Academy right around the 20-yard line or so. Craig, a nice drive there, much needed for Heritage Christian. They leave 3:10 on the clock, but a couple penalties aided the drive. Nonetheless, they find the end zone for the first time.
Well, and one that, as they did, now you got to play complementary football. It's got to be a situation on the other side of the ball now where you get a good stand. And if you can get a 3 and out here without a good return, then you're probably in a position where you're getting some really good field position to possibly get another score here on the board before you go to half, knowing that you get the ball to start the second.
So instead of taking it from the 25, the 5-yard penalty, they will elect to re-kick. So a kickoff here from Heritage Christian from the 35. This one a much better boot by Pimentel, picked up at the 15. Rodriguez shakes out of one tackle, gets past another, still on his feet, and boy, the yards after contact tonight for Rodriguez, not only on special teams but running the football on offense, certainly have been impressive. He is very good at making that initial first contact miss.
Well, and he's a big kid. I mean, a big load, good build to him. Stays low center of gravity, but you talk about it from a technique standpoint. You got to shoot the legs and wrap those, as opposed to this is a young man, you're not going to be able to arm tackle much of it. And much is the same with Trey Schumacher being 6 foot, 200 as a receiver as well.
3:02 to play. Man in motion, blitz coming, jet sweep, and nothing doing there. So a nice push there by the defense of Heritage Christian on the sweeper to Ty Racken. May not have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see what they mark it here, but a second down coming, under 3 minutes to go. Clock continues to roll. They'll give them 2, so a second down and 8 coming up. Culver with the football, a 16-6 lead. Rodriguez had a 58-yard touchdown. He matched that with a 27-yard touchdown run and then a 38-yard field goal. Second down, blitz coming under pressure, and this is going to be a massive loss on the sack. Great defensive pursuit by Heritage Christian, and that is number 21, Ethan Yutzig, with the pursuit and the pressure. And I think if I'm Heritage Christian here, I might want to consider taking one of my timeouts.
A timeout, and then another one where they're probably – one of two things. You might be running just to kind of get some positive yards back and punt it away, better field position, but it's 1-2 that they might try to pass. But it's one that I would try to send a little bit of pressure. That's the first time that they've actually made a hit or even made him hurry that ended up with a sack.
We want to thank our friends at Dynamark. Since 1972, the Faulkner family has established and built upon the Dynamark printing business here in Indy. Whether it's about sign board design, mailing design, graphic design, or commercial printing, apparel printing, custom labels, and promotional items, all your advertising requirements will be met by us. Give Dynamark a call, 317-328-2555. We thank the Faulkner family for their support of high school football here on IndianaSRN. So a long third down coming. Heritage looking to get the football back, and we talked about the importance there of the score, not leaving too much time for Culver to come back, but I think momentum starting to shift here to the side of Heritage Christian.
Well, and it's 1-2 if they can get it here. You just lost lost about 18, 19 yards here. I mean, you're in a position now where you can try it again, apply some pressure. Be interesting to see what Culver does here and try to get positive yards, or if they try to get a good strike down the field.
Blitz coming, pressure, right side, squeaks out of it, keeps it to the 40, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, tries to spin out of it, does, still on his feet, and gets back to the 50-yard line. So a 17-yard pickup, 4th and 4 here, 2:01 to go. A big-time decision here for Culver. What do you do at the 50?
Well, it looks like they might be sending the quarterback off, but I think at this point I'm going for that. I mean, you're right at midfield, but they're punting, they're playing the field position. It's the first time we've seen the punter, I believe, for Culver tonight.
So McColgan gets out of pressure in the backfield, turns on the Jets, gets upfield. He'll be stopped short. They'll mark it at the 49-yard line. A 4th and 4 lets a time tick off here before the punt. High snap. Rodriguez, he does it all, gets a nice boot into it, and it's going to go out of bounds we'll see, right around that 30-yard line. So really only a turnover there of about 19 yards. I mean, hindsight's 20/20. You almost want to go for it there on 4th and 4 if you knew that was going to be the case.
Well, as much as they've had success running the ball tonight, or even McColgan getting out of the pocket as well, being at midfield, I think I'm in a position where I'm certainly going for that. I was surprised that Heritage, not so much that they brought a blitz, but they kind of brought the house and then left them with no linebackers, and then you're sending guys down the field with a spread, and your corners are 25 yards down the field. So he ends up getting about 16 or 17 of that 21 on 3rd down.
2-minute drill here for Heritage Christian. They will get the ball to start the second half. Screen pass caught, Dearman. And he's tackled immediately for a pickup of 2, 1:29 to go. We'll see how quickly Heritage Christian wants to move back to the line of scrimmage. Again, they'll get the football. They scored on their last possession. They can cut it to a one-possession game with a score on this drive. 1:13 to go. 5 wide set. Nix. Plenty of time. Throws and just short. You got to step into that one, but it might have been deflected at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think it get deflected a bit. And again, they're putting him in positions, Nix that is, to where he's really having to hurry. I'd like to see him be a little bit more patient, or even step away from that, or step up in the pocket if he's getting hit on the edge.
So we'll see what they draw up here on 3rd down. They've had some success, especially on that last drive with the quarterback keeper and Nix keeping the football on the ground. Dearman will line up in the slot. 3 wide set. Pimental in the backfield. Quarterback keeper here. Up the middle, has room. Gets to the 45-yard line. And it'll be enough for a first down.
Yep.
I feel like Tony Romo there.
Yeah, I was a little surprised putting yourself in a position even on 3rd down. I really looked on 2nd down. They might do what they just did there because being at 3rd and 8, you know that they're in passing, and then they run.
Nix rolls out, looks, stops. Keeps going, pump fakes, picked off. Guess who it is? It's Racken, his 2nd time tonight with an interception, and he gets it back into plus territory. And for the 2nd time tonight, Ty Racken with an interception.
Well, and just one, if you're Eli Nix, you just can't do this. I mean, obviously the DB is underneath here. Good job getting out of the pocket, but these guys just got to throw this away. Totally underneath. The receiver, that might be in and did more of a dig route as opposed to hitting the out route. But, again, you got to throw that away or just tuck it and try to get 2 or 3 yards, get out of bounds, use the sidelines. You still have 2 timeouts left. You are already at midfield. So it's just tough when you give this back. And you're giving them – I mean, they got a good kicker as well that's already hit from 37 yards. So – just a tough play.
We talk about how crucial momentum is in high school football and how quickly you can swing. We went from, as Rodriguez out of the backfield once again makes the first man miss, picks up about 4. But we just talk about, Heritage Christian put points up on the board, forces a punt, had the football, 2-minute drill, and the interception just totally moves the momentum over to the Culver Academy sideline. 20 seconds to go. Roll out here. Under pressure, step up. Another player misses, and he's off to the races. A broken play puts Culver Academy into field goal range at the 22-yard line. We'll see if there's a late penalty flag here. Yep, there it is. So that'll put them inside, I would say, the 12-yard line with 12 seconds to go and 2 timeouts to play with for Culver.
Yeah, just a silly play here. I mean, he was even outside of the white. He was on the other side of the green out of bounds. So just not a smart play, giving him half the distance. Or I think they were actually outside the 20, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it depends on where they officially marked him out. But, again, a broken play there and a nice job by McColgan to make something out of nothing. And I think they're going to mark him out at about the 22-yard line or to the 21-yard line. So they'll mark it at the 11. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 11, 12 seconds to go. All right, Craig Cox, put your coaching hat on here. You probably have 2 shots to the end zone?
Well, no, yeah, without question. And you still got 2 timeouts left as well. You don't need to worry about using sidelines here, but you definitely got time for 2.
Man in motion, that's Rackin. Under pressure, tries to shimmy out with the stiff arm, stays on his feet, throws it up. And they're going to have to call a timeout if they're going to mark him down on the sack at the 25-yard line.
I think now they're going to try to confer here with each other and make sure that he was outside the tackle box.
So nice job there by Heritage Christian to push back as Cormac Lemons was all over him, as well was Tyler Momloff. And the officials will get together. I think they're going to mark him down.
Well, and if they do here, you're looking at, again, about look like they're having a holding.
So defensive holding on Heritage Christian?
That's what he just motioned, but I never saw a flag thrown. And you really don't have time to run 2 plays here. So you almost are going to be forced to kick it. I can't imagine you wouldn't take the points. You take a field goal and you make it a 3-possession game. Yeah, it is holding first down.
So
4 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't see where that flag was. Might have been something downfield, which would obviously maybe have led to McColgan holding on to that football longer than what he wanted to. Nonetheless, add some yards back for Culver. And now on a 2nd down with 4 seconds to go, do you put it in the foot of your field goal kicker, who has been good from 38 but missed from 37? As the football here will be marked right back to the 11-yard line, which is the original line of scrimmage. It'd be a 28-yard field goal from there. But the referee's still getting together to talk about that penalty and where the football will be spotted.
Again, I'm a big believer in taking points when you got this situation, especially knowing that Heritage has the ball to start the second. I mean, you go for this and don't get the score, that they've avoided another one and getting the ball to start the second. So looks like they're gonna kick. Yeah, maybe not. No, they're going for it. Interesting.
They are going to go for it. 4 seconds. Racket in motion. Under pressure, steps up, has a hole, looks. Had a man wide open in the right side of the end zone. That was Rackin. He goes across the body, and the ball is deflected. Incomplete, so Culver elects to go for it with 4 seconds left. And we have reached halftime. So a big stop there defensively for Heritage Christian. They have a 10-point deficit to overcome in the second half. But Culver, after a 16-0 lead to start this one, they lead by 10 over Heritage Christian at recess. When we come back, we'll take a look back at the first half stats, get Craig Cox's keys to the second half, and more. You're watching high school football right here on IndianaSRN.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We never really realize how much we depend on electricity until the power goes out. Get those lights back on when you choose the certified electricians at Bertner Electric Incorporated. Locally owned and operated, we are a member of the Better Business Bureau and provide only the highest quality of customer service. For more information, give us a call today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Bertner Electric Incorporated is fully licensed and bonded electrical contractor for your protection. Our electricians are available 24/7 for service calls and specialize in electrical service and storm damage repair. For more information, give us a call today.
Get a Gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Well, welcome back here at IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat, bringing the Heritage Christian versus Culver. Obviously, we're here at halftime with Culver leading 16-6. Got some area scores to update and talk through some latest rankings. Most of these games are in the third quarter. Westfield over Fishers, 25-0. Mount Vernon over Shelbyville, 17-0. Pike over the Panthers of North Central, 21-7. Brownsburg down most of the game, 15-0, but now have tied it up 15-15 in the third. Lebanon over Southmont, 21-0. Lutheran over Speedway, 35-7. Ritter, 14-7 lead over Cecina. HSE and Franklin Central deadlocked at 14, with Ben Davis beating Lawrence Central 17-0. Warren Central trying to bounce back after last week's loss to Lawrence North. They're up 25-3 over Carmel. Carmel just really having an uncharacteristic year this year, but still trying to find their way through that. And LN, after that Warren Central win last week, big one, 20-7 over Center Grove, and Avon leading Zionsville currently 14-7. And then the last one that we have area updates is Monrovia, 41-7 over Covenant. Just kind of talk through some of your top fives in all of the classes of last week. AP polls was Brownsburg at number 1 with 6A and Crown Point 2, Westfield 3, and then followed by Lawrence North and Cathedral 5A, Concord, Lafayette, Jeff, Maryville, Decatur Central, and Bloomington North. Dropping down to 4A, New Pal just continues to get things done. And Martinsville, Chittard, East Noble, and Leo rounding out the top 5 in 4A. 3A, Evansville Memorial and Mississinawa, Heritage Hills, Garrett, and Lawrenceburg. And then our final 2 classes in 2A, Brownstown Central at number 1, Lafayette Central Catholic, and then Lutheran, who I thought at the beginning of the year, out of the ones that reclassed due to the success factors, probably were set up to do the best with the transitions. And they're at number 3 with Webo, Western Boone at 4, and North Posey at 5. And then in Class Single A, it's North Judson at 1, Providence, Carroll out of Florida, Madison Grant, and North Decatur. So it kind of gives you some of your top 5 rankings in our 6 classes. As we mentioned, Sunday, we have our sectional draw. Hard to believe that we are already in Week 8. We'll close out the regular season next week, but on Sunday, these teams will find out who they're matched up with in Week 1 here 2 weeks from tonight. So again, we're here at halftime where the Culver Eagles are leading the Heritage Christian Eagles. It's the night of the Battle of the Birds, 16-6. Heritage Christian set to receive the second half kickoff.
Conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear. Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid's solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
My kid heard that solo!
You see my kid?
Yeah!
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. You know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year, all sorts of sports. Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, President of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to IHSAAFoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
The innocence of youth, Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 160,000 participants here in Indiana who take part in high school sports.
To you. Faithfully standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Two teams looking for their 7th win of the season here on Indiana SRN. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you at halftime from Heritage Christian on senior night, but the visiting Culver Academy Eagles with a 16-6 lead, and that's been led a lot here, Craig, tonight by the rushing attack of Tay Rodriguez. He's had some long runs, and then Ty Racken, who has 3 catches on the night, also has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, I mean, they came out the gate so strong. You had Rodriguez actually had 150 plus going into the second quarter, but then since then, a little bit of Heritage, was responsible for that. But I think really Culver got away from really highlighting him more. He only had 10 yards rushing in the second quarter, where they were just so strong and dominant in that first quarter with their first 2 drives and getting up 13-0. I think on the Heritage side, it's one that, they came out, looked really strong in their first drive. Unfortunately, had the turnover that they had with Nix right around the red zone. And just really, Tony we talked about it earlier, haven't been able to find a lot of continuity and rhythm in terms of the passing game. And so it's one thing that they've certainly tried to get back. Certainly were able to get in the end zone there late in the second quarter. And set to receive this kickoff for the second half.
Seems like both teams have had a chance to really take the momentum in this contest and haven't been able to do so. So here's how we got to 16-0. The second play of the game saw Rodriguez go for 58 yards to make it 6-0. Then a 27-yard run was followed up by Rodriguez again to make it 13-0. 38-yard field goal made it 16-0. And then midway through the second quarter, a 2-yard Nix run put Heritage Christian on the board. They went for 2 to cut this to a 1-possession game. That failed 16-6. Let's thank some of our sponsors here tonight. Reynolds Farm Equipment. Passion to Care. Boilermaker 374. Wheeler Mission. Burtner Electric. The Morales Group. McGinley Wrights Financial, Indiana Labor's District Council, and right here on the Indiana SRN Sports page. Craig, what do you want to see here on this opening offensive possession of the second half for Heritage Christian?
Well, I think a lot of it is what we talked about in the second quarter. I'd really like to see Heritage test these Culver corners and getting down the field. We didn't get any confirmations on Sloan. Again, he looked a little gimpy and what looked to be hindered a little bit in terms of how he was getting off the line. Of course, maybe a leg situation. But, again, that's unconfirmed, but just saw him limping a little bit and really not being kind of who he has been up to this season. And then Dearman as well, getting down the field, what they might be able to get and stretch that and then work some of the underneath things. I think you have shown the signs of Nix with a lot of design keepers, but I think they really got to find the rhythm in the passing game.
Yeah, and I think the message in really both locker rooms, Craig, was let's clean up these penalties. We've seen face mask penalties. We've seen penalties on both sides, which has given the opposition new life as far as we saw a 3rd down and 8, and then a face mask led to a 1st down. So certainly cleaning up those penalty markers is going to be huge on both sides.
Well, I mean, it's that, and Culver's has 2 takeaways, and Heritage has given that ball up twice. And when you're looking, and we've watched and called this game, Tony, you really feel that Heritage is very fortunate to only be down 10. And, with the 2 turnovers and then Culver coming out as they did in the first quarter, they're really, really fortunate. We'll see if they can get something going here offensively. And if they do, this is a total brand-new ball game.
Yeah, and it seems like Culver has had multiple opportunities to go up 3+ scores. Haven't been able to do it. Obviously, Heritage Christian on their first drive got inside the 15-yard line before a fumble. So both teams with opportunities that have gone for naught. But 16-6 the score here as we start the third quarter on senior night from Heritage Christian. The home Eagles 6-1. The road Culver Academy Eagles also 6-1. But Heritage Christian, a team that averages 42 points per contest, held to just that 1 score late in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for Nix, 4 wide receiver set. Pimentel in the backfield. They're going to go to the air. Quick throw, left side, caught. Dearman stretches forward, pickup of about 8, so a nice little pitch and catch there on first down to set up a second down and short.
All these little quick hits again. I love those types of plays where you're getting 5 and 6 and you control the clock. You're in a position as well where you just feel about ball possession. And it seemed like, too, there was just the time of possession that Culver had. A smaller school like Heritage, a lot of these guys are going, 2 ways. And so, you're in a position, too, where, you're trying to gas them, in a lot of ways.
So quarterback keeper here, enough for the first down. Passes the 30-yard line. It looks like it's going to be enough. They're going to mark him shorter than what the initial gain looked, but it is a first down. So important here for Heritage to move the chains. We saw multiple drives in that first half end on the wrong side of the field for Heritage Christian. They'll keep this one moving here with the quarterback keeper and a pickup of 3.
Well, Nix is one that's averaging about 80 yards a game rushing. He had 70. He had that in the first half in terms of 76 and picking up the first down there.
They'll hand it off. Pimentel left side, the freshman with some speed, depending on where they mark him out. Should be enough for a first down. It will be. They'll move the chain. So a nice play there on a delayed draw for the freshman Pimentel.
Well, and Heritage has always been known under Coach Ray as one to be very balanced, as we see the replay here, just doing a great job of hitting the edge and using the sidelines there and picking up the first down. But he's always had great balance with his programs, with the pass and the run game as well, and it's something they need to establish here.
1st and 10, Pimentel, delayed draw. We got a flag at the line of scrimmage, and it looks like this one will be coming back.
It was thrown pretty quick at the line of scrimmage, so typically that's going to mean more false start, but looks like a legal shift.
So an illegal shift will move Heritage Christian back 5 yards. They'll repeat first down, but so far 2 quick first downs on this drive for Heritage.
Well, it's not only one you want to establish the balance, but you also try to turn the tables in what you were dealing with in the first half, and that is lack of time, ball control with time possession.
You got three wide receivers to your right with only 2 defenders right here. We'll see if they try to play that. They won't. Nix will run, gets the edge. 4 Culver players on the ground, and he passes the 40-yard line. I'll mark him down at the 41 for a pickup of 6. Second down and 9 coming up.
Well, and there you see Rodriguez is obviously both ways and being a corner and making that open field tackle there on Nix.
So 2nd and 8, mark it on the 42. Shotgun for Nix. 3 wide receiver set. Takes a snap. Quick sidearm throw. Caught. Shimmy shake. And tried to get a few extra yards. It's going to cost them 2. So the pitch and catch on 2nd and 9 goes for about 3. So we'll have a 3rd and 6 coming up here marking a 3rd and 4 coming up for Heritage. And we've got a player down for Culver Academy. An injury timeout. Hey, we also want to thank our friends at Officially Human. Our mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the fields and courts. Do your part. Practice good sportsmanship. If we don't have officials, we cannot play. Officially Human. So quick injury on the play. Drive going here for Heritage. It's been small, short runs or quick passes. And the injury here for Culver Academy is number 12, Owen Durrell, the junior free safety. So Heritage Christian down 10. And I know we talked about this earlier in the night, Craig, but hard to believe this is already week number 8 of the high school football season, and we are less than 48 hours away from knowing the sectional matchups.
Yeah, and it's 1-2. I mean, you have 2 or 3, local teams that made jumps in terms of classes from the success factor. We talked about Lutheran earlier during the halftime segment. Chatard's another one as well. It's always tough, on one end of that. I mean, it's great from where you've had that great success that has driven you to have to move by winning state championships or even getting back successfully. But jumping classes can be a lot, but it'll be interesting to see how that translates with sectional or postseason play.
3rd and 4, and for the second time in this game, Nix goes with the hard count, gets Culver to jump, and a pick up there on the first down for the second time via the penalty.
Well, these are situations, too. As much as you know the snap count on the offensive side of the ball, defensively, you obviously don't. You got to always have those eyes on the ball and just it's one of those things where you get anxious. But great job by Nix in doing it twice tonight. Most quarterbacks will try to get you on those hard counts. But like you mentioned, Tony, it's second time here they've done it tonight, and both have resulted in first downs.
Under center, Nix pitches it. Left side, freshman, spins forward, and he's going to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. So Pimentel couldn't get much going there. It'll be a 2nd and 10. Importantly, too, it seemed like that first half, Heritage Christian's defense was on the football field for a very long time. You get the halftime break here, and this drive going for 4+ minutes here. Play action, going deep. Nix in the air, ball jump for, and Rodriguez with the tip. And a nice defensive play there for Tay Rodriguez. Boy, this kid really does it all.
He does, but I'll tell you, it's been both times where they've only had 2 plays, and both of them have been actually to Sloan, where they've been plus 25-yard routes, but both of them have been underthrown against Rodriguez. And this one's another one where Sloan kind of had to stop, and it was still coming back. Give Rodriguez credit. He's obviously stepping in and breaking the play up as you want your player to do. But if that ball has 3 more yards on it, I mean, you're in a position where, Sloan can make that or in stride, or it's in a position where if he misses it, it's on him, and it's not underthrown where the corner can make a play on it.
So 3rd and 11, quarterback keeper off the fake. Nix lowers the shoulder, picks up half of what he needed, and it'll be a 4th down and 5 from the 45-yard line, and it looks like Heritage Christian will keep the offense on the field and go quickly.
Yeah, and make it almost even closer to 7. It's a good 6.5, but
quick throw, caught
got it
to the 35-yard line, and a 1st down on 4th down. And a nice pitch and catch there, enough for the 1st down, and that is Andrew Sloan.
Yeah, just his 3rd catch of the night, leading receiver for Heritage Christian. What a great conversion and moving a chains for an extra set of downs.
So Sloan is 1 catch away from 50 on the season. Pimentel with the halfback draw here, picks up a couple yards, 2nd down coming up.
Well, and again, we talked about turning the tables, Tony, where Culver did so much to Heritage and keeping their defense on the field. This has been a long drive that we've had so far, going on 4 minutes now, and at the 30-yard line.
Nix throws it deep, jump ball, Dearman, incomplete, and Dearman really became the defensive player there, did not allow the defender to make the interception. And they went for a deep ball on 2nd and 6. Now to set up a 3rd down once again for Heritage Christian's offense.
I see the replay here. Nix dropping back, have trips left here. And this is where a ball's, thrown to the inside. He's running an outside route. You got to throw that ball to the sidelines. So you've had 2 or 3 tonight where they've ran the deep balls, and Nix has just kind of put it on the wrong side where the defense has been able to make a play on the ball.
3rd and 6, Nix, quarterback keeper. It's back to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be stuffed. Might have picked up 1, so a 4th and 5, and I think you proved earlier on this drive that you're in 4-down territory here on out.
Well, yeah, they're in a position here where it's too long for a field goal, but it makes no sense to punt either. So they'll hit this too, and like to see something work more in the middle of the field on this as opposed to the outside. But you could also be in a position where you see a designed run as well. But certainly like something over the middle and running a little dig route at 7-8 yards.
So 4th and 6, it would be a 47 or so yard field goal from here. But Heritage Christian will look to keep the drive going, and we will have a timeout called by Heritage Christian. We'll take it with them. 7:32 to go. A big 4th and 6 coming up right here at IndianaSRN.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
4th and 6, ball on the 30-yard line. Heritage Christian with the football, the opening possession here of this second half. They've been able to move the chains already once on 3rd down, another time on 4th, this time a 4th and 6. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you here on IndianaSRN. Nix rolls out, fires it across the middle. It's picked off. A miscommunication, and it is intercepted. This is Rodriguez with it. Cuts back across the field, picks up a few blockers. Dearman will try to get him from behind, and the quarterback, Nix, will take him down. But the 3rd interception tonight thrown by Eli Nix, and the momentum swinging right back over to Culver Academy. This time, he's done it all tonight. Tay Rodriguez with the pick.
Well, one of these things here where the communication, obviously not knowing whether it was the quarterback, whether it was the receiver, but certainly not on the same wavelength. But, yeah, Rodriguez did his thing certainly in the first quarter and has had 2 great breakup plays and now an interception.
So it seems like every time one team is trying to take momentum back, the opposition has had an answer. Quick screen caught, and about a 3-yard pickup there on 1st and 10 as Ty Racken with his 5th catch of the evening. So just like that, Heritage Christian on a good drive, they get inside the 40. This is the 3rd time tonight they've gotten into plus territory and not been able to put points up on the board.
We'll see if we can get back to a potential heavy dose of Rodriguez like we saw in the first quarter. See if they'll get back to it here.
Yeah, Rodriguez well over 150 yards rushing on the evening. 2nd and 7 coming up. Quick screen pass caught. Breaks out of a tackle, makes another player miss, off to the races. Going to dive for the end zone. I believe he got inside the pylon. No, they're going to mark him short at the 2-yard line. Man, oh man, that was Ainsley Ritchie with his 4th catch. He almost got it to the end zone, but a 1st and goal coming up on the nice pitch and catch there, 38 yards through the air.
Well, I'll tell you, too, what a great cut. As we'll see here, he just put his foot in the ground, as we'll see here on the replay.
The old Chris Berman right here. Whoop!
Great job.
And
give him about 43 on the play there.
Yeah, that was close. That was close to getting in. That was almost close to being fumbled into the end zone as well. Nonetheless, it's a 1st and goal with 6:26 to go. Culver looking to go up 3 possessions. They lead 16-6.
I think that you're going to see Rodriguez here. I would be surprised if we don't.
We got a flag on the field. It's going to be a false start, so move them back. Culver with the lead. Their defense has 4 takeaways on the evening, 3 coming via the interception. 1 on a fumble, which Heritage Christian in the first quarter was deep in Culver's territory. So 1st and goal, football on the 7-yard line. Roll out here, quarterback keeper, cuts back, touchdown. And Culver on the cutback keeper there. The quarterback keeper, it's McColgan for the score, and it's 22-6 Culver.
Yeah, really good job here, drop back. It's kind of more design. Looked like he may have been potentially looking, but hits the gap and takes it in himself for the 3rd score of the game for the Culver Eagles.
Yeah, they've shown that option play a few times there, and that time the quarterback keeper goes for the touchdown from 6 yards out, so 3 rushing touchdowns on the night for Culver. The extra point here will make it a 17-point game. Kick is up, and it is through. So just like that, off of the turnover, Culver with the answer. 6:21 to play here in the 3rd quarter. You're watching high school football on IndianaSRN.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
The IndianaSRN sports page has wall-to-wall sports and news every day from high school, college to the pros. We have it all. Check us out, IndianaSRN.org. Click on the sports tab page. Stay informed with us here at IndianaSRN. Like us on our social media channels and YouTube as well. Points off turnovers. Another one there as Culver goes the distance, and they find themselves up 23-6. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you. Pimentel has it. Passes the 20-yard line. Tries to cut across the field. And he'll get back to the 25-yard line. So Culver, after a long drive by Heritage Christian, gets the interception, turns it into points almost immediately. Halfway through this third quarter, Culver with a 23-6 advantage.
Well, I think you're almost in a position where it's not a have to, but it's pretty close to it being the situation where Heritage needs to get a score right here before the end of the third. Otherwise, you're going in the fourth being down 3 scores. And so you're just in a position where there's probably just not enough time unless some really special things happen in terms of a defensive touchdown or special teams.
Yeah, so 23-6. Man in motion here. Pimentel pump fake. Back to the left side. Caught. And there's some room there. Breaks free. Passes the 50-yard line. Tackled from behind, but a nice screen pass there. And a nice pickup on 1st and 10. And that will be about a 38-yard pickup.
Well, and one of their biggest plays of the night in terms of yardage-wise.
So Chase Wallen there with the delayed screen pass, enough for the first down, and back into Culver territory goes Heritage Christian. Nix thought about it. He'll keep it. Gets it past the 40. Lowers the shoulder, and he'll be marked at the 37-yard line. So pitches and catches like that for big chunk yards is certainly what Heritage Christian needs.
Well, it looks like Nix might be down on this play as well.
And some of the linemen shaking their head. And we will have a timeout. Hey, the Indiana Laborers District Council is dedicated to uniting over 2,500 workers and 11 locals to strengthen our collective power, negotiate for improved wages and benefits, and contribute to the development of prosperous future for communities across Indiana. 5:33 to go, 2nd and 5 coming up here. As Nix is down. Culver 23-6 leading here, taking the momentum back off of the interception. It took them 5 plays to find the end zone after the return. And we have a new quarterback as Nix goes out with the injury. This is number 18, Zientara. Zientara, quick screen pass, and it's short. Yeah, tough for your quarterback to come in kind of cold and expect him to throw a quick pass. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Well, and it's one a lot of times that you'll see that in terms of a backup quarterback coming in is kind of getting him loose and doing a handoff.
Yeah.
First to kind of get him loose. I do like if you are going to have him throw a screen, but you're also in a position where you got to be able to make that play as well, bringing up 3rd and 5.
So 3rd down and 5. Heritage Christian looking for that snap count.
Hard count at that. They've got him twice tonight, Tony, so they're trying to get him a 3rd time here.
Quick handoff left side. Pimentel gets it 1st down to the 29-yard line. So nice job there on 3rd and 5 to move the sticks for Heritage Christian.
And certainly one that was much needed at that. Came at a great time. Needed 5, got 6. Clock's still churning, but they're still rolling here, and again, need to come up with 6 here.
Yeah, and offensively, remember Heritage Christian took that timeout early in this third quarter. So 1st and 10, backup quarterback in here for Heritage Christian, backup running back in for the Eagles of HC as well. Quick screen pass caught. Dearman has it. It's going to be pushed out of bounds for a pickup of about 3, so 2nd down and 7.
I've really been surprised, too, with Dearman, being at 6'4". You're not getting him down the field and kind of putting him in a position to high point or get some jump balls. Running a lot of short routes. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think you got to be able to find that balance of getting down the field. They have struggled a little bit tonight when they have done that with balls being underthrown. But you're also bringing in a backup quarterback. We'll see what might be going on with Eli Nix out of the game right now with an injury.
2nd and 6, ball on the 29. Shotgun snap over the top. Caught, touchdown.
There you go, getting vertical. We just said backup quarterback, and he's saying, what are you talking about? So, yeah, what a great play here. Just a little seam route and one that they really almost had to have.
So Zientara with the nice pitch and catch finds Chase Wallen, and he goes in for the touchdown from 28 yards out. So Heritage Christian not done yet. Wide open score. And they have cut this to a 23-12 deficit, and they will kick the extra point.
Well, and Chase Wallen, too. The 2 biggest plays that they've had was the little under screen for 38 and then runs the seam route for 28 and gets a score out of it. So there might be something cooking there with Wallen.
And the extra point is good. 4:45 to play. Momentum starting to shift back to Heritage Christian. Exciting football coming up right after this on IndianaSRN.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all their reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements, top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
A big score there and an answer for Heritage Christian. They've cut it back to a 10-point deficit with a backup quarterback. It is 23-13. Culver Academy fumbles it, picked up off the ground, and that's where Culver will start from the 30-yard line. So Nix goes down. Eli Nix goes down. Your starting quarterback. Backup comes in, no problem. Finds Whalen for a 28-yard touchdown, and Heritage Christian still right in this football game, only down 10.
Well, and Zientara came in. He's a senior. You expect him to come in with a little bit of experience. Been there, done that before. Don't quite know exactly how many reps that he's had, but as a senior, came in after that first underthrow in a screen and just threw a really nice ball on a seam route to Whalen to get them back within a 2-score game.
So the crowd coming to life here at Heritage Christian. 4:39 to go here in the third. Quick screen pass. Batted away. Would have been a pick 6, but a nice job there to get a hand up and knock that one down by the defense of Heritage Christian. 2nd down coming up. And the big pause there of number 21, Ethan Utzig, with the deflection.
Well, and that's the younger brother of Sam, who's their leader really in the trenches on the O and D line, out tonight. But brother there taking care of this last play. And be interesting to hear if they can really get them for a tackle for a loss or a no gain here. Put them in a long, 3rd and long situation where they're really in a pass situation and their nickel coverage trying to force a punt.
So out of shotgun, 2nd and 10. And there's that hard count. What you can do, we can also do. So an easy 5 yards here for Culver Academy. Set up a 2nd down and short.
Yeah, being a little anxious, obviously put a blitz on first down as well, so they were a little anxious, especially after getting a stop. But just got to be more disciplined than that and not putting them in a position where they're and this probably in a lot of ways probably changes the play call too.
Yeah, so 2nd down and 5, 4:36 to go, third quarter. McColgan out of shotgun. He's got Rodriguez. A little flick of the wrist to the right side. And a nice pursuit there by Heritage Christian, what we thought was going to be back to the line of scrimmage, but Rodriguez makes the second effort to pick up 3.
Yeah, you got to protect that edge there too and push him out. I mean, they had great pursuit running, to the ball, but Rodriguez just found a way to turn the corner and gain 3. So
big 3rd and 2 here coming up for Heritage Christian's defense. Trying to get back the football. 3rd and 5, 4:28 to go, third quarter. Watch for the hard count here. Delayed handoff. Rodriguez dives forward just to the sticks. We'll see where they mark it. And it's just shy of the first down. So 4th and 1, I think you have to punt this one away.
Yeah, I would imagine that they would, and it looks or appears as if they are, but what a great stance there. So I don't know if there was actually, because it certainly looked like that he had the first initially.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was more of a spot issue or it was from the down marker before. If it just, it looked like that he had it.
Are you watching for a fake here? Tay Rodriguez is your best runner, and he's also your punter. Looks like Heritage going to send the house. He's going to keep it.
You called it. He got
and
it.
Gets to the line of scrimmage past the first down marker, and the fake punt works as Tay Rodriguez keeps it on the fake punt. Runs about 22 yards to pick up 4. Nonetheless, Craig, enough for the first down.
Yeah, and if you're Heritage in that situation too, I mean, and it's not like they just put Rodriguez in. He's been the punter all along.
Yeah.
But you still got to make them punt that ball, and so you got to line up in a way where you're not set up with linebackers there and just be all on the line other than your returner.
So we'll see.
I think they're getting maybe for a mouthpiece or a helmet situation.
Yep, so quick substitution here. Let's see. Maybe it was knocked loose on that play. Nonetheless, 1st and 10, Culver after the fake punt. Under pressure, great blitz here. Have to get rid of the football. Stays on his feet, throws it out of bounds. That'll go incomplete, so a nice defensive push there by Heritage Christian. 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion.
Well, that's happened on 4 different occasions, Tony, where they've really gotten a good blitz and getting to the quarterback, flushing him out of the pocket, putting him in a position where he's trying to make decisions quicker than he'd like. And I think it's really put McColgan in a position to where he hasn't shown great comfort. Now, he did do the right thing in terms of throwing away, in terms of losing yards. But there could be something there that they have. We'll see how much they design some blitzes for the remainder of the game.
Culver's done a great job tonight offensively after that first initial contact with that first initial defender, making them miss and gaining yards after that. But a great job here by the Heritage Christian defense on the screen to set up a 3rd down with the tackle, number 64, Seth Hote. We'll have a 3rd down and 10 coming up. 2:35 to go. You got to think if you're Heritage Christian here after that fake punt, you want to make sure that this is a 4th and long coming up and get the football back with some momentum on your side late in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think you got to keep them on their side of the field here to keep them from potentially making it 4-down territory. 5 or less, and I think you kick it.
3rd and 10. Blitz comes. Great pickup by the offensive line by Culver. Pass over the top. And Racken was the intended target, but he just overthrew him. So Heritage Christian will get the football back. A 4th and 10 coming up with 2:02 remaining in the 3rd quarter. If you want to make a difference, help us put more students on TV by logging on to IndianaSRN.org. Go to the donation button. Click your specific school. More games, more opportunities for our kids. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you. Chuck and Justin doing a great job keeping us on the air. Great pictures. Great replays by Chuck here this evening as well. 4th and 10. Here's the punt. Fair catch. Yeah, you don't want to go pick that up, and he will, but it's going to be inside the 20. So that's where they will take it at the 14-yard line. So Heritage Christian with the football with a chance to cut this to a one-possession game. Backup quarterback in there. There's a late flag.
Well, I don't know if this will be – he called for a fair catch, but then fielded it and tried to advance it. Yeah. So this will be half the distance. It's going to be about the 6.5, 7-yard line.
What was the call? I'm not sure.
I believe it's advancing. I mean, he fair caught it, let it go by him, then actually
went to field it inside
and then tried to advance.
So Eli Nix is still on the sideline. Quick screen pass, caught. Initial tackler misses, and a great pickup there on first down. And a nice pitch and catch. Salone with his 4th catch of the night.
Well, there's one there where it got for a first down. A little quick. I like how they're hitting the quick hit, especially with the guy, Zenatera, that's just coming in.
Sloan's 50th catch of the season. Pimental with the handoff gets to the 25-yard line. So positive yardage here early on this drive for Heritage Christian, and certainly Craig Cox with the 1:25 to go in this third quarter. You need points on this possession.
You do, and I mean, but they got another whole quarter to go, so they don't have to be in a big hurry. I think it's one that you just continue to chip away. Plenty of time.
Has a man deep on the pump fake, caught, and another big pass here, and it's Whalen. This is his second big completion of the night. And move the chains. First down, Heritage Christian into Culver Academy territory.
Well, you had the 3 biggest plays before it was 2, both over to Whalen, and now here's the third one. Well, what a great, not only route, but what a well-placed ball here down to the 40-yard line in plus territory.
Yeah, between 2 defenders there. Quick screen pass caught. Pimental has it down to about the 35-yard line. So I pick up a 5 on first down. And, hats off here after the injury as the backup quarterback, Zientara, comes in and really has found a rhythm here early after having to be forced into the game kind of cold.
Well, and you have the Culver defense on your heels too. Don't have a lot of information on Zientara in terms of his ability, in terms of being dual threat or not, but certainly has shown his ability to make some good reads, some good passes, and has shown some good poise, coming in this type of situation. But again, they have Culver on their heels right now after the last score and now driving again to potentially push this to a 1-score game.
And they will let the quarter run out before they snap the football. Huge fourth quarter coming up and a big 3rd and 3 for Heritage Christian. Fourth quarter right around the corner right here on IndianaSRN.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.indianasrn.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We never really realize how much we depend on electricity until the power goes out. Get those lights back on when you choose the certified electricians at Bertner Electric Incorporated. Locally owned and operated, we are a member of the Better Business Bureau and provide only the highest quality of customer service. For more information, give us a call today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Fourth quarter action and the big 3rd down here for Heritage Christian as they are driving, looking to cut this to a 1-possession game on IndianaSRN. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you. Certainly 4-down territory it looks like. We've got a backup quarterback in for Heritage Christian. That is Zientara. And again, the backup running back, the freshman Isaac Pimental is in the contest. His brother Elijah is out. So a couple of the backups getting big-time minutes here for Heritage Christian. 3rd and 3.
Got him.
Wheel route down the right side. Caught to the end zone. Pushed forward by – they're going to call him – oh, the ball is out, but I think they're going to call him just short of the 1-yard line. So a 32-yard pitch and catch. Andrew Sloan gets it right down to the goal line.
This one's just so close. Tried to get the help from his teammate there that you had in Aiden Lyon, really trying to get a push. Couldn't quite get it done. Ball spotted at the 1. And just a great little seam route here, and well-placed ball, and trying to get a push up off the ground.
Yeah, Donis had a big night here this evening. So on the keeper here, touchdown, Heritage Christian. And just like that, they are right back in it, 23-19. They can cut this to a 3-point game, but a nice drive there and an answer for Heritage Christian.
Well, and one at that where they are actually, this is the closest they've been since the beginning of the game. Got down, obviously, early with the first score from Culver.
So the extra point, Pimental, the freshman, off the tee, boots it, good. We've got ourselves a contest here on senior night. Heritage Christian cuts it to a 1-score game. 4th quarter coming up right after this. Culver leads it by 3.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
First play of the 4th quarter goes for a touchdown, and it's 14 unanswered points for Heritage Christian. It's 23-20 here in the 4th quarter. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you on IndianaSRN. And that momentum has continued to build to the Heritage Christian sidelines, and are now within 1 score, Craig.
Well, yeah, two scores in this half, and obviously have them unanswered in terms of Culver, and as you mentioned, 14-0, and momentum has certainly shifted, and Culver's got to find a way to get back to what they were again. They've kind of missed what's been in the first quarter.
Rodriguez bobbles it but picks it up at about the 5-yard line, and they will start from the 15. And Heritage Christian doing this, Craig, with a backup quarterback and their backup running back.
Yeah, and then 2 other ones key out. You talked about Pimental, the Elijah, a senior, with him doing what he's done in terms of being in the end zone 11 times this year. And then, you also have Sam Utzig that's been out. He's really the catalyst on the O-line and D-line. And then now Nick's going down midway through the 3rd quarter. Almost feels like they're the Colts.
Cathedral with a big win tonight over Ron Colley on the campus of Butler University. They win 35-6 over the Ron Colley Rebels. 1st and 10, 11:16 to go. Culver with the football. 14 unanswered here by Heritage Christian. Rodriguez gets it, picks up a 1st down, and I think we're going to see a heavy dose of Tay Rodriguez, who, if not already, is nearing that 200-yard rushing mark.
Well, and that's what we saw a lot in the first quarter, and it just seems why they kind of got away from that. Not certain, but I would just continue to run the young man. He's been a thoroughbred and shown that in the first quarter, but it just kind of went away. And so we'll see what this happens to go on the second half, or excuse me, this last part of the game.
So clock continues to run inside 10:40. And we're going to have a jump here on the defensive line of Heritage Christian. So encroachment.
How you silence a lot of this momentum is obviously, running it and doing what got you here and answering with a score. Certainly have not been able to show anything this half.
So 1st and 5. Culver content to take as much time off the clock. Leading it by 3, 14 unanswered here by Heritage Christian. And they'll jump again.
Got him again.
So 10 free yards there. And when we talked about this at halftime, cleaning up the flags on both ends, back-to-back penalties there for Heritage Christian gives a free 10 yards to Culver. Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Call him today for coverage tomorrow. 317-894-7000. So move it up another 5 yards. A 1st and 10, a free 10 yards. On you're anxious if you're Heritage Christian. You're trying to get the football back, but these penalties are the ones that could ultimately cost you.
Well, it's not only that. I mean, you're allowing your offense to rest by still gaining positive yards here, and again with that and the clock running when you're down. So you got to be more disciplined than that. Those are going to happen, but you certainly can't do it back to back.
Out of shotgun, high snap, corralled, and Tay Rodriguez is gobbled up in the backfield.
Justice Klingerman again.
And Klingerman, who's having a big night defensively with the tackle for loss, a 2nd and 12 coming up.
Justice is a junior that leads the team and tackles. A great job there shooting a gap, really getting a TFL.
So 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap, back handoff to Rodriguez, and once again, the pursuit defensively for Heritage Christian stops Rodriguez at the line of scrimmage, and a 3rd and long coming up.
It might be 3rd and 14. So, if they can get a tackle for a loss or even, getting something here with a no gain, certainly in a punting situation, you got to like how you're feeling, especially with what you've done offensively. Now, again, playing complementary football and having your defense back it up and getting stops after a score becomes paramount.
So a big-time 3rd and 12 coming up. Under 9 minutes to play. Heritage Christian's defense looking to get the football back for its offense. Through the air, deep left. Throw. Oh, and he had it. Couldn't corral it on the pop-up throw. Incomplete. And Heritage Christian will get the football back. A 4th and 12 coming up for Culver.
Wow, a great ball, great route. Put it exactly where he needed to, as we'll see the replay here. And tough catch at that, but certainly one that you hope to, over the shoulder is certainly a tough one. But I know it's one that he would certainly love to have back. But nonetheless, the defense gets a stop after a score, forces a punt. Heritage has the opportunity to either tie it up or take the lead, which they have not done.
I don't think you fake it here on 4th and 12, but if I'm Heritage, I'm bringing the house to try to block this. Obviously, you have 3 up backs. High snap. Rodriguez has it, gets off a clean boot.
It's returnable.
It's going to take
him
back, and it's going to go bounce out of bounds. So a nice punt there, just missed inside the 20-yard line. They will mark it at the 21. So Heritage Christian with the momentum. 14 unanswered points. Backup quarterback in. You have plenty of time here. What do you expect to see on this drive for the Eagles of Heritage Christian on senior night?
Well, here's the thing. They've shown a weapon in the second half with Waylon. Mm-hmm. He's had 3 really big plays of 38, 28, and 26. One of those for a score. I think Zion Terra is basically being able to show that he's coming in with some poise and making some plays. But you also can't forget about what you have in Sloan and Dearman. Pimentel might give you a little bit, but you might be on some short check downs here as well.
Yep, quick screen pass, right side, caught, pick up of about 2 to the freshman Pimentel. Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else for delicious food? If you're looking for amazing fresh food and servers that genuinely care about service, you have to try Aspen Creek Grill. So they're going to mark him for a short 2nd and 11. 4 wide receiver set. Going to go deep here, over the top. He's got his man beat, but it's overthrown. So Zion Tara went for it on 2nd and long, and it'll be a 3rd down and 10 coming up here for Heritage Christian. You don't want to give the football right back to Culver.
Yeah, it's only been a 7-second possession at this point.
So a 3rd down and long from the 20.
certainly one you got to continue to move the chains. I mean, you run the great chances of getting another possession, but you got to maximize these in terms of the short yardage they got on first.
Let's see where they go to. Sloan on the top of the screen. They find him. Catches, moves forward to the 38-yard line, and on a 3rd and 10, it's right back to Andrew Sloan, and he moves the chains for the Eagles of Heritage Christian.
Yeah, give him about 15, 16 on that play. Great pocket poise there by Zion Terra.
And you're exactly right. He stayed in the pocket. Great job by the offensive line there by Heritage Christian of giving him time to get those receivers downfield. And Heritage Christian with the football at the 38. Delayed draw. Penmanthal gets back to the line of scrimmage before he stood up, but he keeps the legs churning, and they'll mark it for a pickup of 2, so 2nd down and 8. And you want to continue to pick up positive yards on that 1st down.
Well, in terms of ones, they're trying to balance a little bit between the pass and the run, which is good, keeping your defense honest. But, again, you got them reeling. You're still having them playing on their heels, and it's been a tale of 2 halves here.
Yeah, it really has. 14 in a row, as we mentioned, for Heritage Christian. Over the top, wide open, and he just missed the intended target, which could have gone for a score through the hands of Chase Whalen, and incomplete for a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that was definitely a catchable ball. I mean, slightly high, but certainly a very catchable ball, and one that certainly like to have back that Whalen.
Just a defensive miscommunication there for Culver Academy, and Whalen would have taken that thing and still been running with it. So a 3rd and 8 at the 40. Shotgun snap. Zion Tara across the middle. Dearman catches it. 1st down. So you got to take your cap off to Zion Tara. The backup quarterback has came in here late in this contest and has kept Heritage Christian in it. Today's broadcast is a copyright production of IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Any use of audio or video without the express written permission of IndianaSRN and the IHSAA is strictly prohibited. Quick pass here, caught, picked off. The 3rd interception by Ty Rackett tonight. He has 3, and a momentum-killing INT there for the defense of Culver.
That's one Zion Terra certainly would love to have that one back. But, again, another jump route as we see the replay here.
Ooh. Ty Rackett, 3 interceptions on the night.
That's some season stats for some players.
Yeah.
Some don't go through a season with 3.
You don't. We talk about doing these high school games, and sometimes you'll see things, and you go, man, I don't know if I'll do another 3 interception type of game. That's their 5th turnover defensively, 1 fumble recovery, and 4 picks, and it sets them here at the 28-yard line. And now you're thinking, go for the kill here in the victory, up by 3. Rodriguez has it, keeps his momentum going for a pickup of 6, bring up a 2nd down and 4.
Well, and you talk about, Rackin with the 3 interceptions on the defensive side of the ball. He also has 6 catches on the offensive side, too. So this is a young man that's doing some things on both sides of the ball tonight. And as much as Culver has had a hard time to get things going offensively here in the second half, it might just be their defense was setting them up with great field position. But keep in mind, a field goal still keeps Heritage in this. A score is going to make it really, really tough. So Heritage got to do their job, keep them out of the end zone, and try to get the possession back.
And a jump there. This is the 3rd penalty in the 4th quarter for the defense of Heritage Christian for encroachment. What I think I heard you just say was we might have co-players of the game if Culver can hold on to this 3-point lead and get their 7th victory of the season. And I mean, you're thinking here, if you're Heritage, the only way to stay in this is to hold them to 3.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is. I think if they get a score, I think it's going to be, you're going to have some type of special teams or defensive touchdown.
1st and 10, defensive pressure comes, quick screen pass is caught left side to the edge and pushed out of bounds. A pickup of 8 on 1st down. It'll be a 2nd down and 2 coming up, and the pickup there by number 21, Anslin Ritchie. That is his 4th catch of the evening. We want to thank our friends at Clean Slate. Find your future in the cloud. We're a technology consulting firm specializing in custom-built modern applications and products that deliver greater agility, faster speed to innovation, and the resiliency to handle whatever the future throws your way. Call us 866-885-3249. 2nd and 2. Quarterback keeper pitches it back to the right side, moving forward, and it is a touchdown on the option. And guess who it is? Once again, Tay Rodriguez with his 3rd touchdown of the night. This one coming from 12 yards out. 29-20. And Craig, I thought
almost like the little Patrick Mahomes or Kelsey here. You know, I don't know if that was designed as much, but smart heads at play because McCullough got actually the defense to bite on the inside and knowing that he could pitch out. But then you had Rodriguez actually cut it back in and just using his strength to punch it in.
So this is a Culver Academy team that has scored 3 times now off of the turnover. 5:16 to go. Rodriguez with his 3rd touchdown of the night. You're watching high school football on IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
From Culver, 3 interceptions on the night to go along with 6 catches offensively, but the 3 INTs leading to points once again here in the 4th quarter. After 14 unanswered for Heritage Christian, a 12-yard touchdown run on the option for Rodriguez, his 3rd of the night, 30-20, and that's been the story of the night tonight, Craig Cox, is the fact that Culver's been able to take those turnovers and put points on the board. Here's your kick, fielded at the 10. Out to the 20 to the 21-yard line, and that's where Pimental is stacked up. So you got 2 timeouts left, 5:10 to go, down 2 possessions. You're going to have to start moving quick and stay in front of those chains.
Yeah, and I think as long as you can get yourself in a position where you could potentially get a score, whether that, I mean, you're in a 2-possession game. So, I mean, whether that's a field goal or touchdown, either or, and you can do that within a 2.5 minute period of time, then you might be in a position where if you can get a stop, you got 2 timeouts, and maybe that leaves you, with a minute or 2 to try to get that other score.
Quick screen pass here, right side. Sloan catches it, enough for the 1st down and more to the 38-yard line. So that's certainly what you want on 1st down, move those chains and get closer to midfield.
Yeah, you got to, I think, be in a position where obviously the ball being spotted stops the clock. So once that's spotted, official will get this started back, and the clock's running.
Quick screen, caught, Dearman, 35-yard line, tries to make a man miss, and he is upheld. So nice defensive pursuit there by Culver. The push back for a loss of 2, and the defensive pressure put on there by Flint Leverett. So going to go quickly here. 2nd and 12. No huddle. 4 wide receiver set. Looking to go deep, under pressure. Fires it across the body, up for grabs. And it is caught by Andrew Sloan, his 7th catch of the night, but only a pickup of 1. So a 3rd and 11 coming up from the 36. Yeah, they gave him a few more with the forward progress. So they're going to have to get it to the 47-yard line for the 1st down. Under pressure, fires across the middle. Caught. Dearman went and got it. That's a first down. They got to the 48. They needed the 47. So a nice job there by Dearman to go up and grab that football. Under 4 minutes to play. Nice little cross right here across the middle. I think we have whistles. We'll respot the ball. Enough for the first down. 3:44 to go. Still 2 timeouts on the board for Heritage Christian.
Well, if you're in a position where you can preserve those two, kind of try to use your sidelines the best that you can. Be able to be ready when you respot the ball on first downs.
Yeah, just a tough pass there in the traffic. Deflected and batted down. Incomplete. So a second down and 10 for Heritage Christian. You don't need to go deep, but you can't have yourself forcing the issue. The last completion probably should have been picked. Dearman went up and got it, and that one falls incomplete. So decision-making here, albeit a backup quarterback. You're going to have to just keep with those safe, I think, short passes and hope somebody like Dearman or Sloan can break one. They'll look for Dearman. He's on the sideline, going deep, double coverage, throw goes up, makes the catch, but he's out of bounds. That's the second time tonight we've seen Dearman make a highlight reel type catch. Unfortunately, both times coming out of bounds.
Well, again, he's won at 6'4", just a sophomore too. So I mean, he's going to be around for a few more years. But ball just had a little bit too much to the outside.
Yeah, great camera work there by Justin and Chuck on the quick replay trigger. Wheeler Mission for over 125 years has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. Call and volunteer today, 317-686-6239. We have an injury on the play defensively for Culver Academy. The player down is Ansley Ritchie, the wide receiver defensive back. So a 3rd and 10 from the 49 coming up here. They've tried to go deep multiple times on this drive. Those passes coming up incomplete. Something safe here on 3rd and 10, Craig?
Well, I think the one, they're going to line up and spread, but I would get spread real wide and then send more of your H-back or your slot on something underneath in the middle of the field, but send everybody else kind of deeper to try to stretch your corners and safeties back.
Again, plenty of high school football coming your way over the next couple of weeks here on IndianaSRN. You can follow us on our social media channels. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube for the next upcoming broadcasts. And Craig, we've talked about it throughout the onset of tonight's game. The pairing show coming up on Saturday and the IHSAA state tournament starting 2 weeks from this evening.
Yeah, that quest for run for Thanksgiving weekend. Get to have those games going.
So 30-20 here, 3:32 to go. Big story of the night has been turnovers and penalties for Heritage Christian. 5 turnovers on the night, 4 via the interception and 1 via a first quarter fumble. They had scored 14 in a row to cut this to a 23-20 game. They were driving before Ty Racken had his 3rd interception of the evening. That led to a Culver Academy touchdown. That's where we stand right now at 30-20 with 3:32 to go. Heritage Christian with 2 timeouts and the football right around midfield. So here we go. 4 down territory for the Eagles of Heritage Christian. Trying to save their senior night. Under pressure, fires across the middle. Caught. Dearman gets open, first down, and a nice pitch and catch there to move the chains. You got to go quick here, under 30 to play.
Well, this is third down conversion on this drive, too. Have one back on the second play of the first part of the drive, and then the one at midfield, and then this one.
Out of shotgun. Across the middle, caught, nice hands catch there, right across the middle, and Zintera's throw is complete, and it's enough for a first down. Aiden Lyon with the catch.
Yeah, still kind of on target. I said as long as you can have at least north of 2.5 minutes to go and having one of the 2 scores, you're probably set up to where you have to kick an onside, but they got to get the score first.
Zion Tara throws it to the right side, and it is picked off. Intercepted. And guess who? Tay Rodriguez. He does it all, and that'll just about do it for Heritage Christian. So Tay Rodriguez, on top of a huge night rushing the football, picks up an interception to boot. And that is 5 interceptions on the night for this defense of Culver Academy. And, Craig, that's really been the difference.
It has, and, I mean, they've scored on 3 of them. 3 of their 4 scores have been off of turnovers, and so certainly has been one. I think when you're playing from behind, sometimes it'll press you into situations where you're making some maybe plays or passes that you wouldn't normally go after, but give Culver credit. They came in here and certainly made the plays that they needed to and made the answers at the timing that they needed to get where they're at.
So another encroachment penalty here, the 4th of the night for this defensive line. That'll give a free 5 yards back to Culver Academy. Mistakes, penalties, turnovers, the difference here for Heritage Christian. They'd gotten themselves back into the football game at 23-20, but 2 fourth-quarter interceptions. And Culver, two first downs, I would say, away from icing this one away. 1st and 5, 2:56 to go, ball on the 25. Shotgun snap, handoff. Rodriguez met at the line of scrimmage. Momentum gains him 2, so a 2nd and 3 coming up here as the clock continues to run inside 2:45.
Well, if you're Heritage, this is where you got to put the hat on the ball. I mean, you got to really be intentional with that, laying that helmet on the ball as well as really going for strips and trying to create a turnover, because they're certainly going to be all runs.
Why? Yep. So Heritage Christian will go on the road to finish off the year next week, the regular season portion of the schedule against Purdue Poly Inglewood, while Culver Academy will be at John Glenn. This ball thrown to the left, but it was a behind the line of scrimmage pass, so it bounces, picked up wisely, and gets back to the line of scrimmage. So see what they call here.
I'm not real certain why you're passing in these situations here, and certainly even behind a line of scrimmage where it's a live ball. But I think at this point you want to just continue to run, and it appears as if Heritage is just going to let it run out and not use any of their timeouts.
Yeah, 1:51 to go. I believe it's 1st and 10 from the 30. Culver Academy going to go to 7-1 on the season, right around their average. They average 35 points per game, 30 in this contest. Shotgun snap, quick screen pass, caught. Ty Racken with his 7th catch of the night. He's got 7 offensive catches and 3 defensive catches.
Yeah, there you go, defensive catches.
So we'll have an officials timeout here. The 3 interceptions for Ty Racken. Our player of the game, Tay Rodriguez, we'll get to. He's had a massive night. We have an officials timeout here. Always good on the bus ride home, Craig, when it's 2 hours to have a win in your pocket.
Yeah, it's not like you're just going around 465 or across town. So, no, it is a good amount of drive. I remember when I was coaching them, we used to play Culver every year, so it's obviously home and home every other year, and it is a good little drive up there, 2 hours. But what a beautiful campus, Lake Culver right there on campus, and a lot of these kids, a number of them are from out of states, boarding schools, so they're staying on campus residentially, and just had a solid basketball program for years and a couple state championships, and again, give Coach Doral some great credit. This year's first time winning season in 3 years after making the sectional championship last year and going 5-7, and then now going and advancing to 7-1, and then having their final game next week. against Glenn. So we're really putting in a good position. But they had 14 of their 22 starters this year are seniors. So a lot of experience that they've had, and certainly some good success.
So Tay Rodriguez, your Aspen Creek Grill player of the game. He got things started with a 58-yard touchdown run, added a 27-yard touchdown run, and a 12-yard touchdown run, as well as an interception. Had 238 yards rushing on the ground tonight. Ty Racken with 3 interceptions, and the clock will hit triple zeros as Culver wins their 7th game of the season. They find themselves 7-1 on the year with a 30-20 victory tonight. And I think we talked about this earlier, Craig. Interceptions, turnovers, and penalty flags, the difference in this one tonight.
No, without question. And then and I think Culver's ability to turn those takeaways into points just became paramount, as it is with any team. You got to capitalize on when you get those extra opportunities, and they did. And so both these teams have one more before Sunday's sectional draw, and we'll see what takes place in the final week next week.
Again, congratulations to the Culver Academy Eagles with their 7th win of the season. Before we sign off here tonight for week number 8, we want to thank our sponsors: Reynolds Farm Equipment, Passion to Care, Boilermakers Local 374, Wheeler Mission, Burtner Electric, Morales Group, McKinley Wrights Financial, Indiana Laborers District Council, and the Indiana SRN Sports page. A big thanks to everybody here on the Indiana SRN crew: Craig Cox, Chuck, Justin, and myself, Tony Donahue, signing off. We'll see you in Week 9. Culver with a 30-20 victory on the road over Heritage Christian. You've been watching high school football on Indiana SRN, where you always have a front row seat.